the roots, he let the beats build, bitch. And we never switch. Even if I'm rich, I'll be broke like I'm Mitch. Niggas talking down, but that's headed in the wrong direction. But I knock that shit out like the boxing section. Cause they can't touch what they can't see. All I gotta do is be the same me. All I gotta do is keep it cheap. Always be the same me. While I'm solid, boy, they can't change me. No.
We live from the boxing section, you dusty ass niggas. What's going on, man? We live from the boxing section, god damn it. Man, y'all excuse the glare for my damn pictures and shit. Let me see if I can, you know what I mean? But anyway, what's going on, everybody, man? Salute to everybody that's coming on, man. We got Vass Reeves, Box Talk 101. Shout out to y'all, man, for pulling up to the channel. The link is in the chat. You know, I need both y'all on to talk about this boxing talk and these updates and all the other shit that we got going on in this world of boxing. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I'm not excited for this fight this weekend, but I'm excited for the fellowship for this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Rodney, what's up with the big dog? Being able to go out there with Fred is gonna be fucking great. So be able to go out there with him, kick it with him, and go to the fight, it's gonna be straight. You know what I'm saying? Coop, what up, dog? What up?
Yeah, man, I came here to support my friend, even though he don't support my channel. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Even though I get no support on the podcast.
I do not support this man's channel at all. You know what I'm saying? So to my boy Fred, listen, I do not support John's channel at all. So I need everybody in the chat to go support his channel for me. So it's my dog Fred in the motherfucking house, man. The backdrop and shit.
I'm at Girls Collection right now. You gotta excuse the background. I'm at Girls Collection.
Oh shit.
Or Girl Collection, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know what the fuck it's called. Here, hold on.
I never heard anything about Floyd's Strip Club, man. Has anybody ever took a trip down there?
It's too goddamn expensive. That's the problem with it.
Let me go back home. There we go.
Yeah. It just costs too much. KP, man, what's up with it, bro? AJ664, what's going on? YV, what's going on, man? Salute. I'm an hour late. Well, 2 hours late, actually. Dude, I had to work last night, and we had a fucking shit show last night, man. Fucking the club was under staffed, and the club was fucking packed, and it was so many entitled, drunk, tired, dusty bitches in there, man. I mean, it was fucking ridiculous in there yesterday, dude. And then the DJ, so we normally have My Emotion like by himself, like just doing his thing, and it's fucking crazy. He brought somebody with him yesterday, man, and I'm like, this motherfucker just talked over every record. Like every fucking song he's talking over it, bro. Like I'm like, dude, let it play out. Like you know how like when the song first start, you talk and then let the song play. The whole song, he would like stop it like mid song for people to like repeat the song without the word. You know what I'm saying? Like the acapella shit that people do, like you know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, every song don't need a fucking acapella. You know what I'm saying? Like play the fucking song. So it'd be hard like when the DJ ain't that good. It's the work day goes by longer, man, honestly. But so I was tired of shit this morning, man. How's everybody's weekend though?
I just woke up too, man. I'm fucking tired right now. I don't remember what I did over the weekend. I think it was one of my kids' birthdays. I don't remember. And then I went ziplining. That shit was weird.
You took that boxing no life to a whole new level, huh?
There's nothing to do, man. There's nothing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, there was fights, but like not fights anybody really cared about, you know.
What fight was this weekend?
There was some shit in Mexico with Luis Neri. I don't know who the fuck he fought though. And some other chick who was like some female world champion girl, something or Erica something. I don't remember her name either. But she fought on the card too. She defended her belt, or actually she tried to defend her belt. I think she lost it, and then she retired. That's about it, man. I think there was something small in LA too, but I didn't pay attention to that either.
Yeah, so it's safe to say that we didn't have shit this weekend.
There's
and
nothing
we
going
really
on.
not gonna have shit this weekend either. This is kind of just a formality. You know what I mean? This is just to have something on Showtime, honestly, because there's no way this fight is like. My thing is, why does he have a tune-up fight, right?
Because Jermell decided to fight fucking Tim, whatever the fuck his name is. Timmy, whatever. Timmy.
But my thing is, they made Lubin fight like all the top tier dudes. Like Lubin had to fight every top tier person to keep his status, and then they give him fucking Ocampo, but he had fucking Jason Rosario, right? He had who else he had, bro? It was somebody before Jason Rosario that he wasn't supposed to beat.
Let me check. I don't remember.
But he had like 3 like great fights, and then he faces this fucking Tower Inferno. This motherfucker is humongous. He fights him, then he loses.
Yeah, he beat hella people. He beat Ishe when he was kind of washed. Zakaria, 2, Nathaniel Gallimore, Terrell Gachet. That's what you're talking about.
That's what it was. So he went from Terrell Gachet
What's up,
to
AJ?
fucking Jason Rosario to fucking Sebastian Fundora.
But honestly,
going on,
hey,
bro?
who did you think was gonna win that fight when they first said they were gonna fight between Lubin and Fundora?
I thought Lubin could get him.
Me too, bro. I was fucking
But
hell
Lubin
surprised.
Lubin wasn't listening to Kevin Cunningham.
Yeah, man, he came out of that fight looking bad.
Nah, shit.
Like he got fucked up.
He could have did a lot better, honestly. That was fast. I like that too. That's dope.
I told you I'm gonna take this along.
Yeah. But fuck was I about to say? Oh yeah. But I just think he didn't really have head movement neither, and he just kind of like was there for him to kind of like beat up on. I thought like because in certain spots of the fight, if he stayed on the outside, dude couldn't really do nothing with him, you know. And I kind of think he just fell for the trap because it's like this motherfucker ain't that good. He can't be this. You know what I'm saying? Because Nathaniel Gallimore kind of like stretched that fight out kind of long. You know what I'm saying? He kind of lasted. So I'm thinking like, okay, Nathaniel Gallimore lasts this long. Lubin's gotta last. You know what I'm saying? And when he dropped him, I'm like, okay, cool. All right, now it's time for you to keep that same box move. But
Well, and I think the fight before that too, if I'm not mistaken, I know I was there. I just don't remember if it was fucking Fundora looked like he didn't look good, bro. I thought he lost. A lot of people thought he lost.
Oh yeah.
Against some fucking like Spanish dude or something.
Hold on,
and
quick.
That's why I was like, yo, fucking, I think Lubin's gonna beat him, bro. And fucking, nah, man, it's just different Fundora. We got a different Fundora that night. I was like, holy shit.
That's why I always tell people, like, you can't judge people off of their last fight sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, hide your grandma, hide your aunt, hide your mama, hide your cousin. Hey. You know what I'm saying? Your stepmama's favorite.
No, you want him? Ooh, I like him.
I don't have any panties on.
Lady Emma was just...
Without further ado, your grandmama's favorite mechanic. What's going on, DJ?
Man, what's up, man?
What's up, DJ?
What's going on, brother?
So me and Fred are finna get up this weekend, man. You know what I mean? We're gonna go to this fight and see what's happening.
What fight? Fundora's fight?
Yeah, I'm only going because Fred's going. That's the only reason why I'm going. I'm not going for any other reason but to show more support for my friend. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time driving down there, you know, laughing, talking about boxing, probably go live a couple times before.
We should go live. I was thinking that.
Absolutely. So, it's gonna be a good time, man. I always tell people it's not about, people understand, and DJ knows this. I tell people all the time, it's not about the fight, it's about the camaraderie, it's about the brotherhood, it's about the time that you spend with the homies. Because honestly, we really didn't care about Tiffany Lopez fighting at all. We came to see the homies, saw the homies, and we just had a good fucking time.
Didn't give 2 fucks and half a damn.
Who did you go with, Kyle? I know I seen you there, but who was with you?
We were squatted, man. We were squatted up, man. It was about 10 of us, bro. It was me, DJ, L-Dub, Las Vegas Leon, Mex, his brother. Who else we had? DJ Lalo.
I'm about to say I was just thinking Lalo was there.
Yeah, Lalo was there.
That's 7. We're missing somebody. Who we missing?
Because I remember back then I still didn't really know who you were, but like I've known Lalo for a couple of years now, and when I seen you, I remember I ran into Lalo. I think he was coming out to like the other lobby, and I was like, "Hey, bro, who's that dude right there with all the chains?" Because I know I've seen that dude before. I just don't know who the fuck he is.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, that's Kyle. He got a boxing channel too." And I was like, "All right, I feel like I seen him somewhere. I just didn't remember where."
Me and you was on the,
when I saw Lalo, I was, Kyle had to tell me, "Oh man, it's my homie Lalo," because I was finna rob him, right? So okay, it's a little short, pudgy dude come up, nice watch and shit, shades. I was like, oh yeah, I'm finna pack this dude out. That's a nice ass watch. Yes, sir. Finna get. Now I'm fucking with you, but I was like, yeah, okay, because I had heard of Lalo before. When I had never met him, I'd never seen him. So I was like, okay, yeah, he pretty cool, man. Yeah, Lalo's cool, bro. I'm
gonna be honest. Like the Flow C crew is we really the top dogs around this motherfucker. I mean, like if you put all of our influence.
YB, my brother YB, man. Young Billy was there.
That's
too.
What it was. I knew
yeah.
I'm telling you.
Oh, he went?
I said we missed.
Yeah, Young Billy was there. Young Billionaire Boxing, man. He was there. Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, I think you guys were all like right in the row, right in front of me.
I said that's 7. We missing somebody. I said it was like at least 10 of us. I know it was like I said we missing somebody. I couldn't think of who it was. It was Young Billy because he took him. It was me, you, him, Mex, Troy, L-Dub. Everybody was in that picture damn near, right?
Yeah.
Hey, but you guys had those seats where you guys were sitting at right there, like front row, or you guys just fucking sat in them?
No, we bought them shits.
We do.
We
want to sit. Who gonna tell us to move?
Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't have bought those seats, but I seen y'all up. I was in the same section, but because I always record, I never sit close, bro. I always sit like hella far back.
No, Sweet Science Examiner. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that, man. You got to pull up to one of these fights. Shout out to the Sweet Science
Examiner. Too introverted these days, actually.
Cause see, my thing is right. We have so much.
What's up, AJ?
We have so much fun, like doing other shit during these other fights. Like me and DJ, we really didn't even watch any other undercard for the Errol Spence fight.
Any other what?
When we went to the Errol Spence fight in Dallas, him versus Ugas, we didn't really watch the undercard. Like
I didn't even know Brandon Lee was like I didn't know Brandon Lee was fighting until it was like the 7th round of his fight. We were all really just
man. Me and
standing in the lobby, just kind of like congregating, but I remember the first fight I remember watching really was the El Rayo fight, and his fight ended quickly. That's when he fought Vargas. That's when he fought Vargas.
He put Buddy to bed.
Yeah, real early. And then we watched Pitbull beat the brakes off Gamboa. But yeah. Other than that, yeah, I really couldn't tell you who else was on that card, bro. Once everybody started kind of filing in, it was like, well, I guess we better go find some seats then, huh?
Yeah, see, and I'm kind of like,
there goes YB right there.
Like with fucking all my friends when they invite me to fights, bro. Like I got a couple friends that fight, obviously, Andy and Andy Vences and Rolly, and then one of my boys, Stevie's always inviting me to cards because he goes to cards a lot, and they like to show up like a little later, right? Especially Rolly, bro. He likes making an entrance. He likes getting there like fucking towards the like main event, and I'm like, nah, bro, I got to be there from the beginning. Like I go from the beginning because I like to record the fights, right? So I'm like fucking sitting there. There's nobody else in the fucking stands yet. But I usually, if I go to a card, I usually remember like every single fight on the card because I'm there from like the second the fucking gate opens, I'm there.
Yeah. So we got another guy. He's a another co-host of the show. I got shout out to the OG Sento. He likes to sit there and watch every fight as well. It's like, number one, I want to feel like I got my money's worth, but also number two, he was like, this is how you find the guys who up next. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to, I want to be able to say, I saw him first. Because you remember when we went to the Gervonta Davis fight down in Atlanta, man, he messed around and missed that first fight. He was tight for a little while. So yeah, man, it's yeah, and he was also describing it like, man, it's like missing the first 20 minutes of a movie, man. You ain't gonna feel right the rest of the movie.
There's been times where I get there and the first fight like already started, and I get there like halfway through, and if I'm only getting half the fight, I don't record it at all. I don't bother. But yeah, when I get there,
but you recording content, right?
But I'm recording content. Yeah, so after a while, I kind of stopped looking at it. It's like, I'm gonna go hang out and have fun because I had a lot of fun, bro. I've been to some fucking great events, but now it's like, all right, I gotta work. It's work. So,
I'm a work fun guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only time I can balance my life out. It's like when I went, because when with the fellas, we record shit, we taking pictures and shit. We get building relationships with the folks and shit like that. But
yeah.
YB, man,
about to say that too, man. I've seen Kyle in situations like people would be surprised. People really be shocked at who Kyle really knows. And people who actually come up to him, hey, what's going on? What's going on boxing section? What's going on, Kyle? No one by his first name. People will really be surprised of the interviews that Kyle could get and the people that he could get on his channel. But he doesn't, because when he goes to fights, it'd be like, hey, man, how you been? He goes as a fan. Now, he might do content later or might network while he's there, but he really doesn't try to dig for interviews or walk up on people with his phones out, even though he tried to hold it against me that we didn't do the Brian Custer interview that one time. Hey, you didn't tell me that's what it was. You didn't tell me that's what it was before we start. You didn't tell me that's what it was.
I know, but that was the only time. Listen, and that's the only time that I wanted to have the recording, because I had already talked to Brian Custer prior to. Like I said, hey man, when I come to the next fight, man, I'm gonna do a little interview with you. So we did the interview, but we didn't record it. But that was one of the best 5-minute interviews I probably did that never touched the surface. But
I'm telling you, Brian
DJ's
Custer
been around.
Dos Equis dude, most interesting man in the world. Just cool as shit, man. I fuck with Brian Custer.
Hey, DJ's been around some of the best conversations that could have been on wax, that could have catapulted my channel to the highest of heights. And I didn't put a phone out. I didn't do nothing. DJ been right there. We've gotten some of the best content you could get, and I didn't do nothing with it. I never recorded. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? So I got spoiled, right? Because my first boxing event I ever covered you got to think. I'm around some of the best fighters this world has ever seen. You get what I'm saying? My first day on a job was Terrence Crawford, Jamel Herring, Steven Nelson, Bo Mack, Shakur Stevenson, Clarissa Shields. You know what I'm saying? So that was my introduction into covering fights. Buddy McGirt, Stitch Duran. You know what I'm saying? So I've been spoiled. So now it's like, damn, it's kind of hard to like, you know what I'm saying? Put your phone. And I never like put my phone in niggas' faces neither. I think that's like the hood in me. Like that's probably like the, I don't know, man. I just can't do it, bro. Like I just
Me neither,
can't shove
bro.
a phone in somebody's face, bro.
I
That's
hate
just
it.
not my thing.
I hate doing interviews. I fucking hate doing interviews, bro.
Yeah.
I
Cause
don't know. I don't like it.
If we got like a good relationship, I'll do it just so I can put something out, just so I can like have something. But like as far as like doing it on that level, like where everybody's like scrum, like everybody's rushing towards one person, that just ain't my style. Just do what's going on with you, big dog. Yeah, that just ain't my style, bro. Like for me, I don't know, man. I just feel like a sucker because the one time I tried to, like, I did that, I felt like a sucker, like with the Leonard Elby shit. Like, I just felt like a sucker, bro. Because it's like,
Demetrius was going on, man. But yeah, Brian Custer is cool as shit, though, man. Just sitting there
fucking great
talking
fucking guy, man.
Yeah.
He's a great fucking dude, bro. And he shows so much love, bro. Like, him too. He was actually one of the first, because so what happened was, so my boy Steven Nelson fought on Saturday. Clarissa Shields fought on a Friday. So that whole weekend was just crazy boxing. It was just Friday, Saturday was all, because it was all in Atlantic City. But that shit was amazing, bro. Best event of my life, other than like going with the homies, because like I was there dolo. So, but like as far as going and covering a fight, that's probably the best one. And then probably the last one we went to all together because we came squatted up. That shit was fun, man. That shit was fun. Brucey Bruce, what's going on, man?
So, Box Talk, what was your first event? What was your first boxing event that popped your cherry, man? It was like, oh shit, this is cool as hell, man.
My first event was actually a local show, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
It was, you guys probably don't even, well, actually, you would probably know who it is, Kyle, but I don't know if you're from guys here in the Bay Area, DJ. You remember Kareem Mayfield?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Legend, San Francisco.
Yeah, it was, and I think that's where it was. It was maybe in San Francisco. I don't know, bro. I just remember early on when I first started, I didn't go to any big fights. I went to these small gyms near me, started recording content there, and then I went to the small, like, the club shows again, also near me, around me. And then once I on my page and all that shit started growing, I started getting invites to the bigger fights, and then I started going to those. But I really started like locally. So yeah, Kareem was one of the first events I went to. Raquel Miller was on the card. People who, like, I guess, I don't know, it wasn't like a big deal back then, and maybe they still even aren't a big deal right now, but I guess just the access that it gave me was kind of dope, because then you go to these other events, bro, these big events, and it's like, it's night and day. It's completely different.
Yeah.
Willie Shaw, I've seen Willie Shaw fight a few times
That's
locally.
my dog. That's my
I like
dog.
Willie. He's a good dude, man.
Yeah, that's my fucking guy. He live in Pittsburgh now, bro.
Does he? I was in Pittsburgh have you been live lately? When's the last time you went live, Kyle?
You were just with me on Friday when I went live. You talking about like as far as an interview?
Okay, no, so Friday. No, that was my question, because I haven't talked to you since it had to have been sometime before Saturday, because Saturday I was on Pittsburgh. You know where Lions Den Boxing Gym is?
No. I'm talking about, when I say Pittsburgh, I mean like Pennsylvania.
Oh, no. I'm talking about here in the Bay.
Yeah. No, Lions, you talking about Amari in them gym, yeah.
Amari's gym.
I
Yeah, I was
at
at Amari's gym.
I gotta get out there, bro. I was supposed to be out there, bro, but it's like an hour and a half away from me.
It was an hour for me, but I'm real cool with his dad. Me and Amari's dad are real tight. We go back a little bit. So he's like, hey, man, we're having this event on Saturday. You want to come through? And I was like, hell yeah. And I know Amari's not there because he's already out in Australia for that card, right? But I figured I'll go film the kids and help the kids get some film, the youth or whatever.
Well, it's a kid out there named Bobby, bro. I fucking love that kid, bro.
Bobby was there. Bobby sparred. Yeah, I saw Bobby.
I fucking love.
He got the little thing on the back of the hair, right? I don't know what you call the hairstyle, but
I think you probably got it now. But back before, I interviewed him before, like some years ago.
Yeah.
I love that kid, man. His first ever he won his first ever, like the first amateur fight he ever been in. He won.
I seen one of his fights too. I have it recorded somewhere. Well, hopefully I still have it. But he fought in Sacramento, and it was like a pro-am fight. I don't know if you went to that. Amari fought on that card too.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. That was his first fight.
Oh, that's the same one? Yeah. I recorded that shit, bro. I remember seeing that was the first time I seen him. I already knew Amari, but I didn't know who Bobby was, but I knew he was with them. And so they did a little sparring shit this weekend. I met James Page. You ever met James Page?
Man, hella times, bro. We supposed
bro.
to listen.
I like James, man.
We were supposed to do something, but he's stuck in his ways, bro. So I don't think it's gonna happen.
So see, that's funny because we were talking, and he wants to do something. I want to do something too, but I'm like, yo, how? I don't know how I can make it work with him because he's a little different, you know.
Yeah, he's too stuck in his ways, bro. Cause I was trying to tell him like he needs to do an interview with me so people can understand to know who he is, and then do the movie and the book and shit.
Yeah,
all that shit first. It's like, bro, you've been out the loop for a long time. It's like people got to see who you are, and then we could do like a run. But it's like he's stuck in his ways, bro.
Bro,
So
but people who know that motherfucker got a crazy story.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The button down bandit.
Out for free. Like so we had a conversation probably like a month ago. He's like, I don't want to give it out for free. I'm like, it's not giving out for free. You have to tell like every story. You just gotta like a basic like how you started.
That's the same thing he told me. I'm like, bro, you gotta start somewhere.
Khan has a better right hand than Hearns. Pure facts. All the
facts.
Way facts.
Yeah, big
double
facts.
Facts
on facts on facts.
American
I don't say that. I don't say that.
Big Dog Willie. Shout out to Big Dog Willie, man. Khan's a fucking GOAT, man. He's the fucking GOAT.
Amir Khan. Are you guys talking about Amir?
Yeah, Amir Khan.
Yeah, the GOAT. Mortal Amir Khan.
No, I think Hearns has a better.
He was cheated against Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah, man.
In his gloves.
He was robbed.
Yeah, and he paid off the judges. Canelo paid off the judges.
No, but for me, I think Hearns has a better right hand, in my honest opinion. Tommy?
Tone, it's a joke, bro. It's a joke.
He got robbed against Danny Garcia, too.
Yeah.
Amir Khan really undefeated, though.
What time is it?
He's really undefeated.
Why does somebody always got to remind you? I don't be here.
I don't pick my kid up. Hold on, y'all.
Hey, Bob Talk.
What's up, bro?
I'll get cussed out.
Hey, I have a question for you and DJ. Is there, you know how there's big boxing trainers like that train out of Philly and Cali? Is there a big, well-known boxer or trainer that has a track in Florida that trains out of Florida and stuff like that? Are they mainly in like California and Philly and like up north?
I know one guy that train. I don't know if it's I don't know what part of Florida, but I know he's out there. He's got Kambosos, he's got Xander, he's got Charlie Sheehy. He's got a good little. He got the dude that fought Ryan Garcia. What's his name? To go or whatever. He got
Tago.
What's his name?
Emmanuel
Tago. That who you talking about?
Yeah, but I thought you meant the coach's name. Yeah, but that trainer's got a good little stable, man. I mean, granted, I think Kambosos sucks, and I think To Go sucks, but I think what he's done with Xander's fucking been amazing. So, I think he's a good trainer.
Yeah, no, and honestly, when it comes
other than Kevin Cunningham, I don't really know too many that are down there in Florida.
Yeah, so do you think the majority of the guys train up north because there's more? It's like you don't see a lot of elite trainers training out of the South in general. It's more on the West Coast or up north in like New York or something like that. Is it because they have nothing better nothing better to do up there, like because of the weather?
Yeah,
I
probably the weather.
don't think that's it. I just think
I don't know, bro.
I just think more kids in the Southeast, especially, are just more interested in other sports. You know, I tell people all the time, like people ask like, where are all the American heavyweights? You know, you get a great American heavyweight, you know, probably once every 5-6 years now, right?
They're in the NFL.
If that, right? And you used to have a bunch of these guys coming up together. Like we were fortunate to have, you know, Holyfield and Mora and Mercer and Riddick Bowe and Shannon Briggs. Well, Shannon Briggs came a little later, but
I love Shannon Briggs, by the way.
yeah.
Awesome.
I love his energy, man. Love his energy. I share his videos all the time when he used to stalk Vladimir Klitschko.
That shit was hella funny, bro.
But you know, you don't get a lot of those guys, you know, in boxing gyms anymore. Now those guys are playing football. Like people ask, where are your American heavyweights? You look at Myles Garrett and tell me what sport he, you know. Look at Myles Garrett. Look at Aaron Donald. Look at some of these guys, man. Those are your American heavyweights, and they're choosing to play football or basketball.
Money? You think it's because of the money?
I don't think it's because of money, but you look at, even though I come from a small town in Alabama, though, but there's no boxing gym for miles.
Yep.
Like
and you got football in every high school, fucking across the nation. So it's the ease of accessibility as well.
Yeah, accessibility
and, you know
and affordability.
I'm kind of surprised that football players don't use boxing as a form of training, like as a train, because that helps with footwork.
Some do
and stuff like that.
Yeah, Tony. Some do. It's not completely unknown, but for the most part, just to answer your question, most kids in the Southeast are going for the core sports. They're going for the football, the basketball, the baseball.
Mostly offensive
soccer to a certain extent as well.
You hear me though? Mostly offensive linemen box though. It's a lot of hand movement, coordination, hand-eye coordination they be doing down there. But
not only is it go ahead, Steph. What'd you say?
I said boxing is just not popular with the generations after some of our greatest boxing generations. Because like I said this a couple streams ago and people kind of they just glossed over it. Like when my parents were coming up, like when our parents were coming up, dude, everybody boxed, whether you were trying to be professional or not. Like kids in the street, like they'd all first off they played multiple sports, basketball, football, baseball, especially those three, and then after that they go to the boxing gym and go box, go learn how to fight, and then
hey, where your scooters at, dog?
And exactly,
let him finish.
We got more important business.
And so when you're like, again, when everybody's boxing at that time, I mean, they're fighting each other. They're fighting the best. Like, the best are literally fighting the best because they're out there fighting one another. So that's what they were doing, man. Like on the full playground, fighting and going on that. But it's not what they're doing.
Hey, y'all, it was trash.
Hey, Steph, I'm
about to say, Steph.
Hella cutting in and out, bro. I was trying to
wait for him to stop moving because it sounds like you're doing a lot of moving around, but your mic keeps cutting in and out. Sweet Science Examiner, what's going on, brother? How you feeling?
Yo, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, my brother? Man, I've been under the weather. I can't call it. Been better. Definitely been better. But I'm feeling a little bit better right now than I have been the last 4 days.
That's good to hear, man. It's good to hear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, I was just watching this Last Stand podcast with Brian Custer this morning. The one he had with Devin Haney. That's why I just got through watching that right now. I was tripping. I was like, damn, we already in October. We're only a couple of days away from this rematch already.
Absolutely. It's next week, right?
How much time been flying by. Yeah. I was just tripping, and it just snapped it, you know. Like I said, I've been out of it for the last couple of days, so like, when I seen that shit, I was like, wait a minute, we're already there.
Mm-hmm. Got three
Yeah,
major
it was
fights
crazy.
next week. 3 major fights next week. Got
Yeah,
Clarissa Shields,
Wilder versus
Hellenius. Well, Plant Durrell. I think Gary Antonio Russell's fighting.
That undercard is stacked,
Gary
bro.
Russell.
Yeah,
I like that
Michaela
card,
Mayer
actually.
and Alicia Baumgartner.
Yep.
And ain't the Wolf fighting on that same card? Are they still putting on that same
They're
card?
all still. They just postponed the entire card until
Wolf
October
versus Savannah
15th.
Marshall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As of right now, that fight card is still happening, but it's just all those cards are happening on October 15th.
I'm not even gonna lie. Just that that was one of the fight cards I was looking forward to the most. Was Shields versus Marshall and Mayer versus Baumgartner. That was low key. That was low key fire just because of those two matchups. And I got to support my brother Fareed Samad, who's the head trainer of Alicia Baumgartner. That's family right there. So, I'm always gonna support him. But the fact that the lead up to that fight with Alicia and Michaela, how it's played out on social media, has helped build that fight. I wish a lot more people supported women's boxing. I mean, I know that we do, but I wish a lot more people did support it because that's going to be a good card right there.
Absolutely. And to your point, my grandmother is excited for this card. Like she actually remembers watching Clarissa in the Olympics years ago. And so she keeps asking me. She saw a promo for it on ESPN. She was like, "When did she fight? When did she fight? When did the little black girl fight?" I was like, "Well, it was supposed to be last month, but
your grandma's black, DJ?
I'll come over here and I'll put it on for you." So I'm actually gonna watch that fight with my grandmother. She's a Clarissa Shields fan.
And your grandma's black?
What you think, Max?
I don't know, because if she's not, she can't say little black girl. You can't say that. I don't know. You might be black as fuck. Don't mean you ain't got like a Puerto Rican grandma or some shit. I don't know.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that at another day. We'll talk about that at another time, man. I'm not about to start this with you right now.
What up,
DJ, this is the race section. Remember? It's the race section.
Only Max, man. Only Max will start this. Detroit, what's going on? Hustler Home, what's going on, man? Salute y'all fellas as well. I'm not about to start this shit with Max.
Yo, what up? What up, Kyle? What up to the panel?
What's up, JFL?
I'll make sure my volume good, bro. Y'all chopping me up, man. Boxing. It's a boxing talk, man.
What's going on, JFL? Talk to me, man. What you got on it?
I mean, we're looking forward to these boxing matchups. Men boxing, women boxing. We gotta balance it out and watch both sides, man. Both hands watch the face. You know what I'm saying? You need 2 gloves to box. You know what I mean? So women boxing is back on the mat and it's still on the mat. You know what I mean? We gotta look forward to female boxers who bringing the smoke, who sign, still, and deliver. You know what I mean? And earning their way. Big cards for Clarissa Shields. The fight been postponed, but we still gotta look forward to a rival fight that happened in the pros, man. You know what I mean? The face off was epic, the build up was epic, and it's a meaningful fight right there. And other fights, matchups could follow suit from there. You know what I mean?
Hey, let me ask you guys a question, man, because I know when they announced them rescheduling this event and then they're like, oh yeah, October 15th, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Why would you guys do that? Like, there's already 2 other good ass cards on that same day, right? And I understand that it's whatever in the UK, so the time zone is a little different, but that just means for anybody who's looking to watch all 3 events or maybe at least 2 of them, they're gonna be watching TV, they're gonna be watching boxing all fucking day, and that's a tough task for anybody, right? So I always thought, okay, why the fuck didn't you guys just go for the weekend after, like the 22nd or whatever? Do you guys think that's a bad idea, or do you guys think it doesn't matter that they scheduled it on the same day as a Wilder fight and as a fucking Devin Haney fight?
I was thinking, go ahead.
I'm about to say, well, as a network, ESPN really didn't have a lot to worry about because I think Clarissa, if the time difference, I remember seeing with the time difference, I think Clarissa would fight around 5:00 Central Time, my time. So, it'd probably be 6:00 Eastern Time. So after that fight's over, you could go into a whole entire college football game, and then after that game, you could then go to Devin Haney's fight. Because I think it'll be like 11 in the morning in Australia or something like that. But the fight card will start around 9 p.m. Central here.
Yeah, I know the way they did it with the Australia card. It's a weird time over there, but it's the same time for I'm on the West Coast, and it's the same time for us. I think it'll be around that's going to go head to head with Wilder, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. The Devin Haney card will go head to head with Wilder, which kind of sucks. But as far as like Clarissa will be competing with college football, which also sucks.
Yeah, and
college football don't suck.
I remember when I looked at the schedule, I was like, "Yo, there's nothing going on the 22nd." Why the fuck didn't they do it on the 22nd?
Oh, there's a huge second.
Okay, maybe that's why.
I still come from a school of thought where, man, I'm not big on women's boxing at all. Don't care. Not looking forward to it. I'll peek at it, and that's about it.
Okay, time out. Hold on, Steph.
Hang on.
I want to ask you a question.
But before that, I think why they put her card on there is because they don't care. They're not. Clarissa for one doesn't even have a home, so they could do whatever they want to do. She's got to sign. When I say B-side. She's got to sign anything just to get up there and keep her FloJo going. So, and then of course the other women are with Matchroom and ESPN. So there you go with that. I was like you, Freddie. I was a little perplexed why they do that. And then I don't know. I guess because I'm going to be in the building come the 15th. I'll be in New York. I don't really care about the other cards. I'll peek at them. I'll take a look. Not. Whatever.
Hey,
see, that's Texas talking right there. What up, Texas? We don't care about that. We don't care about that. It's cool. We'll watch it, but don't nobody care about that. I think we be hyping this because we love Clarissa. But at the end of the day,
it's on in the morning though, so it's not competing with shit.
Well, it'd be on around where are you, Max? Are you on the West Coast?
Yeah, I'm on the West Coast. That shit starts 2 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, no.
No,
but I'm saying the Clarissa fight though. The Clarissa fight. I think we would get it around 2:00 or maybe noonish somewhere.
The main event?
Yeah, the main event.
Oh yeah, probably. I think around 2. Usually most England fights is around 2. Like last time with Joshua and Usyk, it was like around 2 that they came out.
Yeah, see, it's always around 4:35 for me.
Here. Yeah, that shit was about 5 here.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is I'm sure half of you on this panel could miss out on that card. You might fucking be doing something during the day. You look at your watch and then you're like, oh shit, it's 4:00. Whatever, I missed it. Who cares, right? But you're more likely to fucking maybe set an alarm or something I don't want to miss this if there was nothing else going on that day. But because you have Wilder and Devin Haney later, you don't give a fuck if you're gonna miss the Clarissa Shields fight. You're gonna make less of an effort to try to watch it. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Watch it on YouTube. It'll be on YouTube 30 minutes. It'll be on YouTube 30 minutes after.
Hey, Boss Talk, what was your question?
Could have held it down to that Monday, man.
What's up, Jay?
Could have held it down to that Monday. Because she could have held it down.
Sweet Science Examiner was asking, what was your question again? Box Talk.
Oh, do you guys think it was a mistake that they scheduled it on the same day where we got so much boxing going on already? When they could have just scheduled it a week later.
They don't give a shit.
They could have did it last week when we had nothing.
But maybe I gotta salute. Maybe they're gonna piggyback on the all the promotion the males are getting. It's not
nobody
like
over here gives a fuck about them either. Don't nobody give a fuck about a big old ass Chris Eubank. I mean, this big motherfucker fighting this little motherfucker just because they fighting on their daddy's names.
Just because you don't care about it, don't mean everybody don't care about it. Nigga, we talking about it.
Everybody on this panel, how many people care about that fight in America really? It's just
that's unfair. That's unfair to ask because we don't care over here. But.
I care more about that than Wilder.
I definitely care about it. I love women's boxing.
I care about it more than Wilder fighting a bum. I'm cool.
And I will be buying Wilder's fight. And I will be buying Wilder's fight. Go PBC.
Yeah, I you know what? I buy all the fights though.
Just like that champ.
I'm buying shit.
Nah, well, you just brainwashed. You just brainwashed by the beauty shop, Kyle. That's your fault.
First of all, asshole. I was the first person. Hold on, asshole.
Oh shit, I'm
I
in
was
trouble.
the first person to say that Top Rank was better. I said that long before Fred ever said it. So
Top Rank ain't
what's
better.
his show?
Top Rank ain't better.
Top Rank is way better.
Who said they were looking forward to Eubank Ben on the panel?
Hey, go ask Crawford and Spence if who's better.
Probably Mac.
Hey, check this out. Blame Al and sue Bob. That's what's happening right now. Al is getting the blame and Bob is being sued. So you tell me, and then not only that, how fast should PBC be quick to do business with Terrence Crawford? And we just watched him sue his last promoter, and then he's caught up in a bad business deal.
We're talking about Conor Ben and Eubank.
You so right. I just want to throw that out.
We ain't talking about these two niggas,
You
man.
right on time. I know that's banned on your channel. I'm sorry. I just had to slip that in. And DJ,
no, don't slip shit in. This ain't no goddamn Mickey.
You right. And DJ.
Salute, Kyle.
We finna break them records, DJ. We finna break records.
Hey, bro. Hey, Brandon, be quiet. If Al was white, you wouldn't be talking that shit. So shut up.
I don't trash Bob Arum. You ain't never heard me on here trash.
Nah, but we know why you loyal to Al though.
Hold on, everybody talking at once, man.
Yo, I'm saying, hey, bro,
I want to respond to box talk, but I
turn
want
my mic up, bro.
Hold on.
Let Sweet Science Examiner respond to box talk. I know you've been waiting to get in.
Yeah, y'all know I don't like talking over people, man. But I think that your question about whether it's a mistake or not, I think that's relative to the business model for each of the organizations that are putting on those shows. So I think that only they can say whether it's a mistake because of the viewership they anticipate getting in on their different shows when they put them up against a different network or different distribution in the Zone's case, since they're not really a network. I don't even really know how the Zone counts their viewership. They really don't share those numbers, so it's kind of hard to say from their perspective in terms of viewership if it's a mistake or not. But I think from the general consensus of the fans, I think that it just depends on if you're going to view it on at home, at your own leisure, or you're going to a fight. I think that's when it's a bigger issue. You know what I mean? If you want to go to the Wilder fight, and if you want to go to another fight, let's say taking this particular cards out of it, because to your point, Box Talk, we're seeing this more often than not, where these companies are competing with each other on the same damn fight night. So I think it boils down to, like, if there's a big enough fight and you have to decide if you want to go to one fight or the other, I think that's when it becomes a problem. But if you're just watching them at the leisure of your own home, like pretty much everybody said on the panel, you can choose to watch it at this time, watch it this time, watch one later, however the case may be.
If you were in charge of scheduling that event, would you have scheduled it on that date?
What's that? What do you mean by that?
Would you have scheduled it on that date?
It wasn't scheduled on that day. It was rescheduled due to the Queen's death. That's the only
reason. I understand that.
So that's the only reason. That's the only reason that they could find that date, probably because the venue, the O2, probably wasn't available. Or wherever
see, that's a good answer. That the venue. That makes sense.
That's the thing, though. That's the thing, though. I don't know which that you were talking about. You were talking about the Shields, Marshall. Fight specifically.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I meant by. What do you mean by that? Yeah, like Brandon Marshall just said, that's a reschedule, and we got to keep in mind a lot of these dates are based on the availability of venues as well. So a lot of places leave particular dates or periods of time open.
I just know as
Well,
an
that's-
outsider
that's-
looking in, I'm like, why did they do that? Why did they do it on the same? But yeah, if the venue wasn't available the week after, then that makes sense.
Let's just ask this question right here. Considering the date has it been postponed, we have other fights that we can recall have been postponed not once but twice. You feel me? And certain fights also, when boxing came back, after the pandemic, you feel me? It been a lot of postponed fights. So we had to be patient enough for those fights because they've been signed, sealed, and delivered. Now here's the thing: Carissa Shields and Savannah Marshall. For me, it falls on any date. You know why? Because there's history and timing, and this meaningful matchup in women boxing is a statement that gonna speak volumes. So for me, it can be postponed again.
Hey, real quick.
And whatever day she falls on,
real
you know
quick,
what I mean?
quick. Salute to my boy. Hold on, real quick. Salute to my boy
It's
Knockout.
still
Hey,
gonna
listen.
go ahead.
Give me like, hold on. Give me like 2 minutes. I'm gonna go downstairs and I'm gonna take my computer off the StreamYard so one more person can join on. But go ahead.
And shout out to Kyle.
Oh hell yeah! Now we can have the conversation
So-
we want. Yeah, back to Earl and Bud.
Wait, hey bro, I wasn't done, bro. Hey
Now
bro,
don't
hey
get
bro,
taken out this stream,
hey bro.
nigga.
Okay,
I wasn't done, bro.
Stop.
He gonna kick you off, bro. He gonna kick you off.
Brandon. So here you go. History.
What was the
Cool
question,
Runnings
JFL?
fight.
My bad. What was the question?
Hey, matter of fact, hey, look, Knockout. Try. I'm about to get off. Try it again. Hey, DJ, let him on.
History, once again. The rival pro fights, once again. That happens in boxing. There's many rival fights, amateur fights, that should happen in the pros going forward with other matches we ain't get yet. So, well, women boxing, this is a statement, bro. And the entire card it speak volumes. So you have to tune into it as a boxing fan. You feel me? And
Tuning
more
into the
eyes-
weigh-in.
more eyes on the sport.
Take her clothes
More
off.
eyes-
Tuning into the weigh-in. What are you tuning into the weigh-in?
Well, you got to tune into to keep. That's what I'm saying. You got to keep up with boxing, bro. You know what I mean? Whether you're gonna tune into it that night or tune into it later, you're gonna tune in regardless. Correct? You're gonna go.
I'm gonna watch it later, but I'm gonna be live.
What's the
But I'm gonna be
question,
live for
though,
the weigh-in.
JFL?
I like Bumgardner. I'm gonna be live for the weigh-in. Soon as she, do her thing with her little outfit, her weigh-in outfit. That's what I call the females. That lingerie they wear, the panties, and that's called a weigh-in outfit. That should be standard for all women in boxing. Also, you have to look a certain way. And you have to, and if you're gonna have tattoos, they got to be placed a certain way, or else you can't have tattoos. But other than that, we need a
I
weigh
guess
in.
you got your preference on what you like and what way is. You know what I mean? I dig it. You know what I mean? But my
It's
thing
like
is
marketing women. It's like the
the film-
WB,
the film-
NBA.
Hey, what if they're white women though, Brandon?
Who? What you mean?
bro.
He's like, oh, what you mean?
Hold on, man. Slow down. Let's get. Okay,
What was
let's
your
not get
question,
too ahead of
JFL?
ourselves. But I'm saying
I know you were setting it up, but
this
I
is
didn't hear the question.
statement fight. You know what I mean? We boxing fans, bro. You know what I mean? And it's equally balanced when we have a card like this up against male counterparts and they fights. So this is everybody gonna be tuned in, bro. It's back to back smoke.
No, they not.
Yeah, I don't think everybody's gonna be tuned in, bro.
No, they
Hey,
not.
how much is Shields pay-per-view? How much does that cost?
Fuck, I don't know. Is it
Hey,
pay per view?
It's not even on pay-per-view.
It's not on pay-per-view.
It's not a pay-per-view
It's on
fight, bro. It's on ESPN Plus,
asshole.
bro.
But a lot of y'all motherfuckers don't even watch the regular fights though. Like niggas is up here saying they ain't interested in women fights and all that. Like a lot of y'all motherfuckers don't even watch the regular fights though.
Like who? What do you mean? Don't watch
Like,
regular fights.
When you
What do
say
mean?
I'm saying like it be the same people. I'm not specifying you because I don't know you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
But
people
a lot
got
of,
go
but a
ahead.
lot of motherfuckers be up here. A lot of people be everywhere talking about like how they don't care about women's boxing. Like hell, nigga, a lot of y'all don't care about the lightweights. A lot of y'all don't care about the featherweights. A lot of y'all don't care about the, you know what I'm saying? So when you're not a boxing fan, of course you're gonna have your favorite division. You're gonna watch only your favorite boxers fight. You're not a boxing fan. You're a boxer fan. There's a difference.
No. See,
I like to watch grown men fight. I don't watch little boys and little girls fight. I like that shit.
I don't like to watch little boys and little girls fight, but I watch women.
Man, if you're 110 pounds, you a little boy.
I don't want to see that.
Man, you're still a grown man.
You could be 50.
My son,
I don't want to see you fight at
knock your ass out.
I don't want to see nobody
I'm
fight
not
that
105
years old.
18 pounds and stuff like that. That's not boxing to me. That's just so little men can compete. That's all that is.
Yeah.
So I'm not into that. So you could say that we not boxing fans, but I'm not the type of boxing fan that you are, which is fine. I'm not on your caliber, and I'm okay with that. I buy all the PBC fights that I want, and I watch every single fight. But still, I may not be your caliber of boxing fan, but let's not be discriminatory. Everybody has the right to like what they want and who they want. That's why
come up here and talk about with female boxing.
I hear you on that.
In particular came
and I don't buy none of the fight.
He did say the entire states don't care for the fight or care less about the fight. You did say that, Brandon.
Yeah. Now I'm discriminating. That's kind of weird, bro.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
Hey, Brandon, you can't talk about discrimination. God damn it, you a perpetrator.
No, I did. What I said,
hey, bro, we're not gonna say that word. Discriminate. That's not what it was. It was his preference. And hey, bro, hold on, bro. That was his preference on how he tuned into boxing. I mean, that's him. Like you said, every boxing fan is different. Yeah, I mean, but I'm saying for the sport of boxing overall, you gotta understand. You know what I mean? People gonna tune in to what they tune into. Whether it's your favorite fighter, favorite matchup, and you looking forward to, that's your right. But I'm saying you can't like downplay or disregard a female boxing card that's litty, bro. The whole entire card is litty. You know what I mean? And
it's like one of the best cards this year.
Whoa.
Get familiar with boxing, female boxing.
What other card got 3 championships fights you seen?
Not all champions are created the same, so I don't really care.
I'm just saying, you're right, but not all male champions are created the same.
That's
true.
You
got a motherfucker like Monster anyway, top 2 pound for pound. So like you can't generalize. You can't generalize.
Hold that thought. We gonna come back to that. We gonna come back to that because I like Monster, but I think people putting him a little too high on these lists. I like him,
man. You just don't don't feel that way because he's
knockout. What's going on, bro? I know you've been
still black. You support the fuck out of him. Fuck out of here.
Man, I'm chilling, bro. And shout out to everybody on the panel. Look, man, first of all, like I enjoy all the weight classes, but if somebody don't watch 118 or 115 pounds or 112 pounds, like that's their preference, bro. So
definitely,
I ain't gonna.
I'm not gonna lie. Below 118, bro. I don't care. I'm sorry.
I feel what y'all saying, bro. I would just say to everybody who does that, you're doing yourself a disservice, bro. Like you're missing a lot of good fights, bro. You're missing a lot of good fights.
My brother L-Dub be telling me about that all the time, man.
But it's your preference.
112 or 108 is really the
that's rock classes right now. They don't even knock each other out. That's rock soccer robots.
Hey, I'm just gonna say this.
Who at 147?
Yeah, I'm gonna let knockout finish, and then we can pass it back around.
It's hard for me to watch some people. It's hard for me to watch some shit where if I saw that person in public and they started some shit with me, that I wouldn't feel confident winning. Not saying that I would, but I'm saying if a 115-pound man told me to get out the way, I'd be like, come on, bro. If a 110-pound woman said, hey, you better watch it, I'm like, come on, bro.
How tall are you? What's your size?
I'm like 5'10", like 180. Well, I'm lying. I'm like 190. But
okay. So if Tank Davis, who's like 5'5", and he
see, here's the thing though. I'm a hood nigga too, and I see it in his eyes. It's different.
yeah. He's not.
He's not 105 pounds though. He's not 105 pounds.
I can see Max not being afraid. I can see Max not being afraid of some dude named Yoshi Tamagotchi.
You feel me?
It's like 5. He's barely 5'4", if that.
Yeah. Tank.
Hey, but
before we go too far off the rails, go ahead, knock.
The eyes don't lie, Chico.
Nah, man, I'm having fun with these fellas. They talking that shit. But nah, bro, like, so that was the first point. Like, I enjoy the shit, but if you don't, then that's on you, bro. Everybody got what they like and what they don't like. Now, as far as like this Clarissa Shields, Alicia Baumgartner card. Again, bro, like to me, as a diehard boxing fan, it's one of the biggest cards of the year. But again, if you don't cater to women's boxing because maybe they don't hit hard enough for you, maybe a lot of their forms they don't have enough, athleticism for you. Because it's no sexism here, but shit, like for the most part, men's sports they a little bit more entertaining because the dudes be more athletic, they be more powerful and shit. So I get it. I would just say if you are looking for a female fight to get you to give you more of what you're looking for in terms of that athleticism and having good hand speed, maybe power. I think Alicia Baumgartner and Clarissa Shields are two good women to watch. You know what I mean? If you're on the fence and you might want to give it a shot. So I would just say, bro, support boxing if you can. It's gonna be on not at the same time as the Fundora as the Deontay Wilder card anyway, because they fighting over in the UK. So if you ain't got shit else to do on a Saturday afternoon, I say why not watch it, bro? You know what I mean? Especially if you ain't got shit else going on at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock on a Saturday, bro. But that's all I got in. I'm gonna definitely watch the fights.
Hey, Knockout. I don't know how long
I
you
gotta
were.
ask you a question.
October 15th, I'm in front of my TV all goddamn day. I'm watching all three of them goddamn cards. I'm watching the Devin Haney card. I'm watching the motherfucking Clarissa Shields card, and I'm ending my night with the goddamn Deontay Wilder card. I'm watching all them hoes, bro. So
all day.
To each his own, though.
Hey, the bitches got more heart than the dudes, though. At least they actually fight each other.
You right. You can't even say Clarissa Shields' name.
Nah, she'll fight you.
You know what I'm
She'll lose 20 pounds to fight you.
Exactly.
She'll go another sport to fight you.
Going back down to 147 to challenge McCaskill.
She went to a whole other sport to fight a bitch.
Exactly.
Her body looked better when she went down too.
Savannah Marshall. She said after she beat Savannah Marshall, she want to go down to 147 and challenge McCaskill for her shit.
Yeah.
Hey, knockout. Let me ask you something because I don't know how long you were waiting in the chat.
I'm gonna go Sweet Science Examiner. I'm gonna go to you with the questions. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got it. My question for the panel is: today, Devin Haney was asked on the Last Stand podcast by Brian Custer about the Shakur Stevenson call out after Shakur just won his last fight against Robson Conceição. And so the way Brian Custer specifically asked it was about 135 fighting Shakur Stevenson. And in light of what we've heard Devin say in recent time about him struggling to make 135 lately and moving up to 140 shortly, but then his last fight against George Kambosos, if y'all recall, he said that he changed up his nutrition process and the weight came off a lot easier. He didn't have to wear a sauna suit or anything like that or sit in the sauna, and he dropped off the weight at to 135 and still felt strong. He's saying now, to answer that question, that he will fight Shakur Stevenson at 135. Now, if that's the case, what do y'all think, or how long do y'all think Devin Haney can stay at 135 if he's looking for a fight? We know with Vasil Lomachenko, who's not going to move up to 140. Shakur Stevenson at 135, and then a possible Gervonta Davis fight, which is probably a lot more far-fetched than those three. What is the likelihood of Devin Haney staying at 135 to make at least the Lomachenko and Stevenson fight? And would y'all like to see him stay down there, or do y'all think it's like it might be too difficult of a weight to maintain before he moves up to 140?
I think he'll stay as long as the Loma fight, and that's it.
If he can make the weight, then yeah. But for me as a fight fan, as long as he give me one of those three before moving up to 140, then I'll be cool. And I would rather that one be Loma, because of those three, Loma is the one that's not gonna go to 140. Him and Shakur, him and Tank, they could possibly fight at 140. But I gotta see him fight Loma, bro. Like I don't forget all the shit that he said. And Box Talk has heard me say this shit before. I don't forget I will never lose to a white boy in my life. 10 times out of 10, I'll beat a white boy ass. I don't forget we sent Lomachenko an offer, but then Loma called that shit out and said, "You never sent me shit. Send me something real." But instead of sending him something real, he announced a Jorge Linares fight.
What you say Devin said again? I didn't hear you.
Hold on. See, Knockout always try to pull this shit, man.
Nah, bro, this is facts, bro. These are facts. I got all the receipts.
Nah.
This is a fact. The brother asked me a question, Kyle. Let me answer him. Devin on an interview said we sent Loma an offer.
No, before that. No, before
That's
that.
what he
Before
said,
that.
bro.
No, before that. He said he'll never lose to who?
He said I will never lose to. So they asked him about the Loma fight. They said, "What you
Right.
think about you and Loma?" Blah blah blah. He said, "I'll never lose to a white boy in my life." Remember, he had to come out.
Goddamn right. What you goddamn right.
Brandon, I'm cool. No, listen to me, Brandon. I'm cool with him saying that. I'm cool with him. I'm cool with everything that he said. But what I'm saying is, as somebody that's a fight fan and just a man first, you don't get to say shit like that and at least not fight him, bro. You gotta go show me.
I can agree with that. I want to see that.
Did we forget how things got this way?
If you give me one of the three,
Man, Loma
then I'm
ducked
cool
so
with
he
it.
don't gotta fight.
Hey,
It ain't
Loma
gotta be.
don't handle none of his paperwork. What do you mean?
But you gotta at least fight Loma before you move up to
Loma
140.
ducked that
Hey,
man.
Loma had 2 chances
What
of fighting.
about anybody else?
Hey, Loma been ducking Haney for a minute. I'm not mad if Haney don't ever want to fight Loma.
So you believe that unifications are a duck. So do you think that Udinese Ugas?
Where he unify at?
I think giving up your belt to do it is.
Do you believe that Udinese Ugas was ducking Butayev by fighting Earl Spence Jr.?
No.
Did he give up his belt? Did he give up his belt?
None of these dudes are ducking. Let's stop that.
Did he give up his belt?
Was
Brian Castano ducking Tim Tszyu by fighting Jamel Charlo?
If he give up his belt,
did he give up his belt
to not fight somebody, to fight
No.
somebody?
The WBC was telling him that it was an elevation, bro. I guess my only point is.
Okay, hold on. Hey, hold on. Hey, knockout. Hey, knockout. Let me point this out though.
Everybody hold on. Hey, go to rap. Can I talk?
Same time, guys.
Let me point this out real quick.
My only point is this, and then I shut up. My only point is this, and then I shut up.
Run that back, Kyle. Run that back, Kyle.
I do not believe that you can duck a contender at the time to fight an undefeated champion who was seen to have proven more and done more in the sport than Devin Haney. We ain't got to like Teofimo Lopez. We ain't got to big up him or none of that shit like that. But at the time that Loma fought Teofimo Lopez, he was the one that was the champion. He was the one that had beaten better competition than Nakatani and starched Richard Comey in the second round. That is like saying to me, what you guys are saying is that if Devin Haney somehow fights Tank Davis instead of fighting Shakur Stevenson, then he ducking Shakur Stevenson. I can't get on board.
No, that's not the case. It's not the case.
Hey, but let's point this out though. Let's point this out. Even after all that shit,
if Shakur Stevenson was the interim champ and the sanctioning bodies was talking about getting rid of them champions, but the champions say, hey, I don't even want this belt. Give me another belt to not fight no mandatory. Yes. If Devin go and asks the sanctioning bodies to not fight, give me something different.
Exactly.
That's the difference. Now,
Canelo did it was a duck. Loma doing it ain't no duck.
Are you an Earl Spence fan or a Terrence Crawford fan, bro?
I'm neither one of them.
Hold on, don't bring them into this shit. Hey, y'all missing a bigger point though. Y'all missing a bigger point. Even after Loma lost, after Loma lost to Teofimo, he still had chances to fight Devin for the belt. He still ain't did it.
Who had a chance to fight Devin?
After Loma lost to Teofimo, he fought Nakatani and Coleman. He could have fought Devin for that same belt.
He couldn't have.
And what happened? And he didn't. And he still don't want to.
Because he wanted to fight, bro. You gotta listen. Like I'm telling you, bro.
Loma ain't want to.
What's up?
Loma, Devin literally lied, bro. Like I'm not making this shit up. And I'm a Devin
lie all the time, bro.
No, he does. No, he does, bro.
No, I think Devin and Bill have been the most transparent in boxing lately.
Y'all got to talk one at a time.
He literally said that he sent the contract alone.
And ain't nobody saying nothing when everybody talking to each other. You sound like fucking noise.
He literally lied and said he sent Devin Lomachenko a contract, bro. He literally lied about that shit. And Loma asked him to send a real contract because I want the fight. But y'all are telling me that Loma don't want the fight, bro.
Loma had a chance to get the fight.
Loma don't even deal with the paperwork, so he wouldn't be sending a contract to him anyway. That would be going to Bob.
Man,
no, it would be going.
Hold on. Supposedly Loma didn't even know that his own team requested the franchise championship would happen. So how is he going to know about any contract shit?
Man.
Well, maybe if that motherfucker spoke English.
Knockout
That's
boxing.
what he said.
And Devin and Bill have a very long history of looking, to me at least, personal opinion, to be the most transparent when it comes to these negotiation deals in their careers so far.
That's true, Max.
Look,
but that's
man.
not saying a lot. The most transparent out of all these dudes to be
Are they
captain.
the most? Like I care more about being the most truthful.
And they're very, very careful with the way they word things, bro. If you notice, Bill is a fucking mastermind at it, bro. I commend him. I don't like it, but I commend him.
Well, at least they're giving us something. People like Bob Arum, Al Heyman, and
Love Al Heyman,
Oscar De La Hoya. They don't give you nothing. We speculating over contracts that we have no fucking clue about. Like this Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford speculation been speculated for 5-6 years. Nobody knows nothing about what people hold.
Blame
There's
Bob.
thousands of hours of fucking debate on this fight that nobody.
But I do know this. I do know this. The promoter of Devin Haney and Lomachenko just said that's the fight I want to make next. And so I don't like. So you got a chance. Supposedly you wanted this fight your entire for 2-3 years. What his fans are telling me is everybody ducked him. Don't nobody want to fight him. Well, I got Loma saying he want to be undisputed. I got the promoter coming through and saying that he want to make the fight for you. So I don't get the issue. Like make
Devin
the fight.
gonna beat the shit out of Lomachenko. Devin gonna beat the. He gonna wash him too.
I think we'll
gonna
get the
wash
fight.
him too.
I think we'll get the fight, and I think after that, Haney moves up because he can only stay there for so long.
Old, though. He gonna beat Loma.
He should move up after that fight. Just give us one of the three, bro. Loma, tank Shakur, and then move up, bro. That's just one of them. All we gotta do is fight one of them.
Back to the original question. Knockout, I agree with your answer. The Sweet Science Examiner's question. If he gives us one of the three, I'm cool with it moving up.
Yeah.
It got filed out of control with all
I think everybody
the
got the question.
Yeah, man.
As long as he gives us one of those three fights, I'm cool with it.
Hey, Knockout. What you keep saying that we know that Devin Haney lied about sending a contract to Vasily Lomachenko. What? How do we know that? It sounds.
You want me to play it for you?
No.
Do I want you to play what for me?
Him saying that.
Saying what?
Like,
who's saying
him
what?
Him saying that we sent Loma an offer. You want me to play that?
No. That's no. You're not listening to my question. Playing that for me doesn't answer the question. All you're gonna do is be able to. At best, you're gonna be able to play me. One guy saying one thing and another guy saying another. That's literally he said.
What was your question?
What is the proof that we have that Devin Haney lied?
Yeah, Tank.
Because you keep saying that Devin Haney lied.
Because Devin Haney, I got you. I got what you're saying. So Devin Haney, I got you, Sweet Science. So Devin Haney, right? Him and his pops. If you say some shit, if you out of turn or some shit, they on your helmet, bro. Like if you lie on them, if you call out his name or whatever, they usually on your helmet. They usually got a real quick response for you. So when he said that, and Loma responded like, man, you ain't sent me shit. All you did was call my manager asking him, did he want to fight? My manager said yes. And then a couple of days later, you announced the Linares fight. If you really want the fight, send the contract. We even called the Top Rank. They said they ain't got no shit from you. So if you want to fight me, send the contract because we definitely want that fight. When Loma said that shit, crickets. Nothing from Bill, nothing from Devin. So people that usually respond very quickly when you say some shit didn't respond to that shit at all. So it's my opinion. I ain't saying I can prove it, but based on that, that's why I'm saying.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I was about.
Okay. I thought you kept saying it as it was a matter of fact.
Because I was
you didn't say it was your opinion at first. You were making a statement as it was a statement of a fact. We know that he lied. We know for a fact that he lied. Devin lied. We don't know that. We have a he said. All it is who do you believe? Like you said, you're gonna use deductive reasoning on your part. Like you said, well, usually they do this and usually they do that, and this didn't happen in this case. But we don't know what goes on behind the scenes with these contracts and negotiations and who sent what offer and was there initial talks and how. All we have is what they share with the media, what they share with the world.
And a lot of the speculation is based off of how people feel about these fighters.
Right.
I will say though, I have seen Devin reach out for certain fights. And the terms of like what he's asking for in return are sometimes a little much. Like he's outpriced himself a few times.
He's the A-side. How you outprice yourself?
It doesn't. Okay, just because you're the A side doesn't mean you're worth 100 mil, right?
Well, he ain't asked. Is he asking for 100 mil?
No, but if he's asking for 8, well, let me answer your question. If he's asking for 8 million, let me answer your question. If he's asking for 8 million against a guy like Rolly, do you think he's worth 8 million in a fight against Rolly?
I don't know how much. I don't know how much tickets Dev sell because he's been fighting on the zone. I don't know Dev's gate. I don't know nothing about I don't know what said worth is because I don't have any details about what he should be worth. Right. And that's the thing about the people that think they know stuff about boxing is you guys base it off of unknown, and you say, I don't think that he's worth X, Y, and Z based off of nothing. Like you don't got no real numbers. You just say it seems like it's only 5,000 people in this venue, you know. So I'm gonna assume that he didn't sell anything. You know what I'm saying? And that's how y'all get the worth.
Well, Showtime, who I'm assuming Showtime is pretty familiar with their numbers. Showtime didn't think he was worth 8 million. So, my opinion doesn't matter.
Canelo 50 million. They offered Canelo 50 million.
Oh, okay.
I think your worth is based on whatever you can negotiate.
Is Canelo worth 50 million to you, Rockstar?
Canelo puts in hella butts in seats.
50 million though. I just
said, sir, but not it. Okay, well, again, forget what we think about that. That's probably right around his price range. Not only that, he's demanding 30+ million. But again,
I asked you, what did you think Canelo was worth 50 million? That's what I asked.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes, I do.
Yeah, he fights on pay-per-view.
He worth 50 million. Oh, so should all right, because I made a video about this earlier, right?
I agree with Hustler's Home point. I see the point you make of Hustler's Home. If he's worth 50, why they can't be worth 8 and 5 and 6? It's all about. That's not fair. I see the point.
That's fair.
All right, who here thinks Devin is worth $8 million?
Hold on, let me.
I do. I think he worth $300 million. You put him in the right circumstance.
I think he worth 8. I think he worth 8.
He's with the worldwide leader in sports right now.
I think Dev is worth 8 against Rolly.
Based on what though, bro?
Yeah, I don't see that. I'm sorry. Showtime didn't think so.
Based on the same logic y'all use. Based on the same logic y'all use. That's a fact. Based on the same logic. It's based on the
So if you base it on the same logic that I'm using, my logic for saying that Canelo is worth what he's getting is the 1 million pay-per-views that he's done with Triple G before, the 800,000 pay-per-views that he did with Caleb Plant, the 500,000 pay-per-views that he just did with Triple G. So that's my logic. What's
my logic would be Devin? My logic would be Devin on Instagram, Devin on YouTube, Devin. I'm not saying. Wait a minute, can I finish? Let me finish.
Please.
Let me finish. The only thing I'm talking about is the logic y'all using is based on what y'all see. None of us have actual numbers, so I'm talking on based on what I see. That's all we talking about. We're talking about visual and based on what we see and what we think they worth is based on what we see. So we can inflate that or deflate that based on what we see. So I can say based on what I see that Devin is worth this amount. Based on what I see, Canelo is worth this amount. But at the end of the day, the number crunchers, they'll show you at the end of the day, but the market sets what you worth. So right now, it's showing that Canelo is, because he's demanding these paydays, is worth what he's getting. It shows that.
Okay. So when Devin requests,
Freddie, I just want to get this out. And I'm gonna let you question that. Well, that's good and dandy, Hustler's Home and Brandon. However, the data that, like when you do your research, the data hang on. The data that's, I'm gonna use Stephen Espinosa for the example. The data that he's looking at, that his bosses are looking at, I call them suits. They have all those numbers, whether it's pay-per-views, whether it's gate revenue, whatever type of revenue that matters to boxing, they have it. So there's only a handful, let me say it again, there's only a handful of guys who's bringing in those even numbers that they want to be messing with. No disrespect to Devin Haney, but he's not bringing in numbers like that enough to be commanding 10, 12, and $20 million. I even think 8 is too damn steep. And I'm not trying to play her. I'm not trying to play. Wait, Brandon. I'm not trying to play her. Brandon, I'm not trying to play her.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yes, sir.
Before you finish your thought, if Devin's not worth that, why they give Kambosos 10? That's all I gotta ask.
Kambosos got that 10, bro, because he can pack the arena. Devin can't. It's in Australia.
That's not why they got 10. That's not why they got 10. They got 10 because that was a tourist event for the state.
All events are tourist events.
No, for the state. Hold on a second. Hold up a second. Not every event is paid for by the state. The state is who paid Kambosos. Not the broadcasters, not the site fees. It was literally the government of Australia paid it because it was a big tourist thing.
Right. So isn't that because of Kambosos and not because of Haney?
No, it was because it was a huge thing. It wasn't because of Kambosos or Haney. They made it that Junior Fowl was part of that thing. It was an entire New Zealand and Australia thing.
I know, bro, but they had it in Australia.
For $10 million.
I got what you're saying. I got what you're saying. It's not based on Kambosos because Kambosos had no profile.
No. I understand that, but he had the country, is what I'm saying.
It wasn't him that had the country. Maloney was a bigger profile in Australia than Kambosos.
Hey, fellas, the host was trying to say something.
Junior
Kyle
is a bigger name. Is a
Kyle
bigger
was about to say something. Smoke. Kyle was about to say something. Let Kyle say. I guess not. Never mind.
Yeah. That damn shit. That shit was about Devin. That shit wasn't about no fucking Kambosos.
It wasn't about any of it. It wasn't about Devin or Kambosos. The reason why they got 10. The reason why they got Kambosos got $10 million is because he had the belts and he brought that and he was the headline thing, right? But the reason why that was worth $10 million to the state was the size of the card, right? The way that they stacked that card out, it became a tourist event for Australians and New Zealanders.
I get it. Get the smoke.
Like people in that part of the world.
But they also said, listen.
What was the exact words they used why Kambosos and Teofimo did not take place in Australia? What was the exact words that they used?
I don't know.
It's something like pandemic. Like the country was shut down for that shit.
Because it wasn't no money. It wasn't worth it. That's why.
Because the pandemic shut the country down.
If it was because of Devin and not Kambosos, then why was Lomachenko about to do the exact same thing that Devin did?
What you mean?
Like that fight was going over there with or without Devin, and they agreed to fight Loma first.
What make you think? Who are you to say that fight would have done that though?
I want to ask Smoke a question because I like Smoke's answer, so I want to ask Smoke a question. Smoke, in your opinion, does that whole event happen in Australia, right? Because they're the ones funding the shit. Does that whole event happen without Kambosos?
No.
Okay.
I
don't think so. No. But it also doesn't happen without the belt, right?
I understand that. So hear me out.
It does happen without the belt because it was going to happen without the belt because Kambosos was going to fight Loma, bro.
Two-part question.
But Loma, he had the belts when he was fighting Loma, though.
Hold on.
Smoke. But with or without Devin's belt, that fight was happening.
No, I was talking about Kambosos' belt
in Australia, bro.
No, I got you. Just Box Talk's talking about something different. You just
I'll throw in a fucking belt. Fuck it. Let's say we replace Devin Haney with Gervonta Davis. Okay, whether you like his belt or not, he fucking has it. Okay, great. Can that event still happen in Australia with Kambosos and Devin Haney and still make more money?
Kambosos and the belts is the reason why Kambosos and the belts in Australia is the reason why the Australian government gave him that $10 million. The reason why they did that, though, was because they're going to make the entire event, not just Kambosos and his belts.
What I'm trying to say is, in that event, in that whole scenario, Devin Haney is more easily replaceable than Kambosos.
At the same time. Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Without Kambosos, that shit don't happen.
What are y'all basing this off of, bro?
Wait, hang on.
Who paid for the fight? We're basing it off who paid for the fight. Because the Australian government is not in the business of funding boxing events, right?
So you think they just blindly
the fact that they were going to put on the exact same event with Lomachenko in Australia, bro. That's what it's based
putting that event on and
because Lomachenko agreed to go to Australia. If Devin didn't go to Australia, bro, Loma was already going to Australia, so that fight was already
not the debate happening. Though. Knockout. The debate is, does he get $10 million? That's the thing is the original thing was about worth. Was Devin worth
the thing is about the 10 million?
I said if Kambosos got 10 million, then Dev is worth 8.
But he didn't get 8.
Right. So Dev not only did he not get 8, but that's with the Showtime. Just because the Australian government is willing to pay Kambosos $10 million, that doesn't mean that Steven Espinoza is willing to pay $8 million for Devin Haney.
Do you think Kambosos got that $10 million based off of his prior numbers?
No, he got it based off his they got it based off of the event.
Yeah, based off.
Okay, let me ask a question. To box talk.
Devin Haney.
Devin Haney was not the reason why he got $10 million. He's going to get that with or without Devin Haney.
How can you say that?
Because they already had somebody else in play. Because they already had somebody else in play.
How can you say
because
that?
Devin Haney's not Junior 5.
Bro,
we'll never know at this point.
You can't say that because the only fight he got $10 million was against Dev.
What's that one?
Everybody who
He was
fought Dev
already
got their career high.
I got it. Do you not understand that they already had that event planned before Devin Haney was a part of the fight?
The event and the money for the fighters is two different things, brother.
But they have $12 million.
They already had the event and the money. Even for Teofimo
you can't
Lopez.
say that. You can't
Hold
say
up a second.
Based off
Hold
of
up
what?
a second. Do you
Oh
not
they already had the money
I'm trying to tell
based
you.
off what?
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Before he even got the belts, that if you remember, Teofimo Lopez fight was supposed to happen there, and he was supposed to get $6 million then. Teofimo Lopez was supposed to get $6 million then for the fight to happen in Australia, because they were trying to get the fight in Australia. They were just trying to get a boxing event in Australia. After that part, Lomachenko was supposed to fight. Was supposed to fight. What's his ass? So they had the event planned. They're always talking about having a big fucking fight with Kambosos in Australia long before Devin Haney got involved in it. The reason why, hold on a second. The reason why he got $7 million was because of the size of the pot, like his cut of the pot. Right, he got a 70%. He got a 70% cut of the pot that the Australian government put out for the entire card.
Bro,
that's why it came out to be $10 million.
Kambosos got $10 million when he wasn't gonna get $10 million when he fought goddamn on Lomachenko. He wasn't finna get $10 million.
We're not talking about his money, bro. We're talking about Devin's.
We're talking about the pot. Like really, it was just a split of the pot.
Yep.
Look, you're wondering like why the pot's not there.
Say is if Kambosos can make $10 million fighting Dev is at least worth 8. That's what I said.
Showtime didn't think so, and that's what I'm trying to tell you.
The question is,
no one else thinks so.
Yeah, but y'all didn't ask about Showtime. Y'all asked us.
The question is, who is he worth 8
Y'all be missing that point, bro. Y'all be on.
Everybody hold on. Hey, go to rap. Can I talk?
You didn't ask us about Showtime. Y'all asked us.
Listen,
do y'all think that Devin Haney is worth $8 million? So why do y'all keep bringing up with Showtime and Steven Espinoza? Y'all
because he reached out, bro. I'm trying to tell you guys, he reached out.
That's not the point, though. The point is, you asked us. You asked us.
No earlier on.
Who on this panel thinks that Devin is worth $8 million?
We said no. That was one of your. We said no.
No, not we. So there was different answers.
I'll stand for myself.
No.
Let
me we already know what you're saying. What I'm saying, no, that's the point.
I think he's worth it.
Exactly.
Right,
so that's it. So then what? Well, Steven Espinoza did the Showtime. Who cares what they think? Y'all ask us. Damn.
Okay.
We disagree, then we disagree.
Listen, bro.
But
He's not worth $8 million because
that's your opinion. That's your opinion.
I think he's worth 7.8.
You said it was because of George Kambosos, right?
They were trying to.
I just wonder who was the person.
If George Kambosos has fought like Isak Cruz or Zaire Abdullah, y'all think he would have got $10 million?
No. If he would have fought
Loma, he got 10 million. Okay. He got $10 million to fight Devin Haney because they were trying to.
The reason I asked that is because this is we also are missing out on another factor that goes into this, which is ESPN. So if the Australian government has an opportunity to use ESPN's machine to get their event out, that's going to help them generate more money as well.
All right, so the
Is
other
that
the issue. So
No,
the
I
issue.
agree with him. I agree with him.
So real fast.
Let me ask y'all this.
Hang on.
Kambosos with ESPN?
Smoke. Hang on.
If I can just say
Hold
something,
on, man. I was quiet. Hey, look, I was quiet the whole time when y'all was all yelling back and forth with no. Yeah, I was quiet the whole time when y'all was yelling back and forth with no organization.
Yeah, I want to hear what you have to say, Tank.
Come on, man. Look, my point is, what went into that is not necessarily as much of a drawing power. Who's this and who's that in terms of worth? You got to understand the moves that are being made. Devin Haney went with ESPN for a reason. He understands the machine, the worldwide leader in sports, worldwide, not United States wide, not national wide, worldwide. I understand that. Australia, last time I checked, is a part of the world, right? Did they not use the ESPN outlet to get their event across?
So you know that there's a drag line that's not
ESPN
right?
because he went to ESPN, bro, because he had no choice. And then for Devin Haney,
do you think Coors is the coldest tasting beer?
Hold on, Smoke. Let me get this out, bro. For Devin Haney as well, the reason that Kambosos got 10 million and Kambosos wouldn't have gotten as much to fight Loma is because they were trying to screw Devin Haney out of the fight, bro. They were trying to undervalue him. They were trying to make sure that he said no, but he said yes. And so that's why, because they weren't offering Devin Haney the same type of money that they would have gave Loma. Loma would have got more money than Devin Haney because Bob Arum is going to look out for Loma because that's his guy. So that is why Devin Haney ended up having to take way less and Kambosos got way bigger split than what he should have. And no one will argue that he should have got 10 million, but he didn't get 10 million because of Devin Haney being a big star or Devin Haney bringing over this or bringing over that. He got 10 million because they were trying to screw Devin Haney out of the opportunity, bro.
So you
think? Yes.
Yeah,
That's
all. The pie was what it was. Kambosos just got a big ass fucking slice of it because Devin Haney wanted the fight so bad. But the other part of this whole thing about Devin Haney being worth $8 million, who is paying Devin Haney $8 million, and what are they paying him for?
That's what I'm saying.
Can I say this? Let me say
Wait a
something.
minute. Wait.
Hold on. Let me get this off because y'all niggas been talking over me. And hold on.
I can't even hardly hear you.
It's not what y'all think he's worth. It's not what I think he's worth. It's what he can negotiate. So if he can negotiate that $8 million, let him negotiate that. For us to say that he ain't worth this or he worth that, that ain't for us to say. The only person that can say they worth that much is him. If he say I'm worth $8 million, that's the fuck he worth. It ain't about pressing himself. That's what he worth. You know what I'm saying? We can talk.
Right. But it's also what the market will pay, right?
But in order to validate that,
hold on.
Asking for $8 million, he ain't gonna get the fight, bro.
Listen,
if he go anywhere asking for $8 million, he ain't getting the fight, bro.
Listen, I don't give a fuck if we get the fight or not. What I'm saying is, we can't say that he asking for too much. Who the fuck are we to say that he asking for too much money? Like, as much as I hate Keith Thurman, when he asked Jerron Anderson for $10 million,
hey,
Kyle.
Kyle. Hey, watch that Thurman slander, big dog.
Hey, listen.
Right. So if the fight doesn't happen, and the person that's supposed to be funding this fight says, I'm not willing to pay for that, then what does that mean about the way that you valued yourself?
All right. Well, Terrence Crawford ain't worth $2 million then, according to Bob.
It means that y'all
Wait, before we go there, wait, hang on.
Well, I mean,
before we go, wait, smoke, hang on, sir. Thank you. Before we go there, because we've jumped ship here a few times, I just want to remind us all that look, because we keep throwing ESPN in there. ESPN didn't think this was a big fight to begin with, and that starts with Kambosos and Tio. They just got out purse bidded. They put up the money they put up, and that was it. That's what they thought. You fast forward to Kambosos, the government gets involved, and yes, someone mentioned earlier that that Dev, since he signed up for that, meaning he knew he was going to get the in slack on that deal. That's why Kambosos got what he got. But I'm going to stand here, put my foot down, and say, yeah, if they don't think it's a big enough fight, to be throwing down hella money, then it's not. Simply put, they have all the information they need to make that decision. Go ahead, sir.
I just want to be real fast. Just one quick thing. Bob didn't believe in Terrence Crawford either. If you remember, Terrence Crawford, when he re-signed to Top Rank, that last contract, he had to get extra money from Showtime, from ESPN to be the face of the ESPN Plus app because Bob was trying to pump Lomachenko, and ESPN believed in Terrence Crawford, not Bob. So the whole idea about like Bob saying Bud is worth something that maybe the market says Bud is worth more. That's what we're talking about when you say like, hey, yes, Bob might think Terrence Crawford is worth X amount, but the market says he's worth Y amount. That's why I'm asking who's going to pay Devin Haney this money that you're talking about. Go ahead.
Well, do you believe Bob?
I mean, Bob can say what he wants. I'm saying that
you a yes or no question. Do you believe Bob?
But it's a weird question that you said if I believe Bob.
I
just believe Bob about what? Believe Bob about what?
I told you.
Get the smoke.
The story I just said was about Bob getting it wrong.
If you are a contracted arborist, right, and you go to Tank the Sweet Science Examiner, and you cut his grass, you do whatever service it is, and he leaves you a shitty report saying, hey, this dude fucked my lawn up, I ain't fucking with him. Would that incline you to contract the same arborist, or would you look to go somewhere else?
Why you have to say that?
It was a bad service. Right. So if somebody got a bad review, would I use that service? I wouldn't use a service based on a bad review. I would think I want to use a service that has good reviews.
All right. So
what's that got to do with the fact that Bob thought Bud was worth one price?
Because Bud is a contractor. He's a contractor, right?
He got more money. Do you not understand that? He thought Bob said Bud was worth one.
Finish his point though, Smoke.
You ain't even getting the point. You're not even.
I don't think you're addressing what I'm saying though. That's question
exactly what you're saying.
But
Here, let Hustler finish though. Let Hustler finish. Go ahead, Hustler.
If Bob, whom is all right. You understand that boxers are contracted employers, right?
All of it is contract employee. Okay. All of it is contracts. This entire thing is through contracts.
Now, Bob gives Terrence Crawford a bad review because he didn't get his money's worth, in his opinion.
Okay.
Terrence Crawford.
Okay.
All right. Is Terrence Crawford worth the money? Some say it's $20 million based off the rumors. Some say he signed whatever. Do you think he's worth that money? Do you?
Right.
If he's asking for 40%, because we don't know. We could just speculate like we've been doing all day. If he's asking for 40% based off popular review from his customer, his primary customer, do you think he's worth that 40?
Right. All right. So again, I don't know. Right. So again, you asked me the same question the same time. I already answered this question, but I don't think that you're actually even getting to what I'm saying. If the market says, regardless of Bob's review, if the market says, hey, you know what? There's not that many fucking landscapers. So what I actually need to do, even though this guy has bad reviews, I need to pay. Not only am I going to hire him, I'm going to pay him more than what Bob said. What Bob paid him, because that's what the market says. The market isn't dictated by what Bob Arum says. That's the point.
Who dictates the market?
The market does. Like if Bob says, okay, Bob said that Bob. I'm trying to tell. This is what I'm saying to you.
Who's gonna? You just said who's gonna pay Devin Haney?
Well, hold on. I'm gonna get to it. I said. Because TBS, you know me well. You know me well.
When Bob, right? So when Bob gave Bud X amount, ESPN gave him more money. So ESPN then dictated the market rate for Bud, not Bob.
We talking about Showtime now, though. Now it's Showtime.
Right. Now we're talking about who in the hell is going to pay for it.
That same energy, though.
Whether it's Showtime, whether it's Showtime, DAZN, or ESPN, whoever it is that pays boxers, which one of those entities is going to pay Devin Haney $8 million?
The same entity is going to give freaking Terrence Crawford 40%.
So you can't be upset that Terrence Crawford not getting the bread that he desires, and you're not upset that Devin Haney ain't getting the bread that he desires. That's the point that we're making.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. Your point is that I'm not upset about fighters' salaries? But am I supposed to be upset about it?
Keeping the same energy based off of.
Listen, what I'm trying to tell you, all I'm talking about is like this is a really simple concept that for some reason you guys aren't quite getting. Bob does not set the market fucking rate. Because just like Showtime, like listen, if Bud and Errol Spence had better contacts, then they wouldn't have to be like nickel and diming with goddamn Steven Espinoza. They could go over to Fox and shop the deal, or go over to fucking Showtime or YouTube and shop the deal. The market would be dictating it. But the way that these guys are situated right now, it seems like the only person they have to shop this fight to is Steven Espinoza. Therefore, Steven Espinoza gets to set the market rate.
Well, they're all different markets, though. It's not like it's one market. ESPN is its own market. The Zone is its own market.
That's one. They're all players in the same market. They don't have
not in the same market because they ain't paying
yeah,
the same.
yes, they are. That's the domestic boxing. The domestic boxing market is the broadcasters. We have 3 of them. The Zone is what's a streaming service, Showtime, and ESPN. That's it. That's the entire fucking market in the United States.
Sports, Sky
is not in the United States.
What's the other thing Shields fight on? What's that?
She fights on Showtime.
Showtime.
No, a boxer. Oh, hey, Box Talk 101. I got a question for you. After he said all that, all right, and your experience with, because I heard you say one day you was friends with Rolly. You was close friends with Rolly. Am I right?
Yeah, it's my boy.
All right. In your experience, right, is a PBC fighter in the same market as a top-ranked fighter?
Are you asking me if their pay structure is different? Because yes, it is.
You in your experience, is the way their fighters being marketed the same? Is it of the same kill?
Not really. No,
I didn't think so.
They're not. Listen,
we know that.
Hustler's Home is right though, bro.
The market's different. How can you base one pay off of
Jake Paul's worth $8 million though.
He right.
I don't understand what you just about this.
Hey,
this whole thing
Jake
about
Paul don't got these problems.
Yeah, Jake Paul does have these problems. That's why he pulled out the
A side.
Yeah, whatever. I wasn't selling, and so now he manufactured a weight issue. Anyway, they all have this problem because that's what because they're all in it for money, right? And that's what I mean about the
Even
market.
though Rockman came out himself and said what happened.
All right, so the boxing market is a global one, right? So the way that Eddie Hearn is winning at this moment is he's taking fights to Saudi Arabia, right? And that's dictating a different market reality that's outside the United States. But that's like the global boxing market. Within the United States, we have our own market, right? We see venues like it's either in Texas or Vegas or New York for the most part for the big fights, or in California, right? We have like 4 destinations for big fights, and that's about it, right? I mean, you can get some small times here and there, but that's our market. Those are the major centers. We have, there's Golden Boy, there's Top Rank, there's Matchroom. Those are like the 3 big promotional companies. Right. I mean, we have a whole bunch of little ones, a bunch of independent guys, all this other stuff. But that's the American market. That's what I mean. When I talk about the broadcasters and all that shit, that's just what's happening here. You can try to negotiate with whatever those entities exist, and maybe you can get a different rate for one fight than for the same fight. You might get a better fight. You might get a better rate at the Zone, like say for a Mikey Garcia fight. You might get $7 million fucking dollars for that, and you may not be able to get that same amount at PBC, right? So he goes to the Zone. That's what the market dictating his value, not the PBC dictating his value.
I don't think you understand what you're talking about, bro. I'm gonna just kick.
I know that you don't understand what I'm talking about. I'm sure that
the reason why, because
I know that you don't understand what I'm talking about.
It's one thing that dictates those fighters is the tickets. It's the numbers is what dictate their paper, bro.
Every fight has its own economy.
You can't give a
like literally every fight has its own economy. You can't go around saying because I got $6 million in my last fight, I'm gonna get $6 million in my next fight when you're fighting a fucking can. And the last fight you were fighting like a guy who had his own goddamn fan base.
But then you talking about Terrence Crawford then?
I'm talking about every single fighter. You can
but what you saying
I'm talking about the market.
Don't make no sense.
I know it doesn't make sense to you. I'm trying hard to make it as simple as possible.
We talking about, and I don't want to cut nobody out, but we talking about a market that's not available to everybody, bro. Like certain fighters, like unless shit go in the purse bid, bro. If you a PBC fighter, you fighting on their platform, bro.
Exactly.
If you a top-ranked fighter, you fighting on their shit. If you fight for the Zone, you fighting on their shit. It ain't like it's a fucking free market running around this bitch where everybody can just bid on fights and you can go check what your worth is. Nah, bro, you got to go to certain places to get certain fights. If you want to fight a 135-pounder right now, you probably got to go holler at Top Rank, bro. If you want to fight anybody of substance not named Tank Davis, bro. If you want to play ball at 147 pounds and 154 pounds, you got to take your ass over there and holler at the PBC, bro. It's just that simple. If you want to play ball right now in America at 115 pounds, you got to go holler at the zone, bro. It's just that simple, bro. So this free market shit or American domestic market and all that, man, that shit don't make no sense because these dudes ain't in a free market enterprise like that, bro.
Yeah, and GT,
Right.
your
idea. That's a different thing. That's a different issue. Totally what we're talking about. But that's totally tangential.
Idealistically, we are talking about the same thing. What you're talking about in a perfect world. You're talking about
No, I'm talking about in every single situation what's happening. What Knockout is talking about is guys have obligations to certain broadcasters. That doesn't change the landscape. Doesn't change the market at all.
But all right.
Okay, we know this though. You know what I'm saying? It's a complex and it's tedious and in its own right, boxers should know their worth. And also when it comes to networks and everything's involved with that, we know where the powers go to. You know what I'm saying? Now, marketing wise, on boxers, period. You know what I mean? It is how well you known in the area and your location, what type of draw you is, and shit like that. Now, I for example, I don't do all the pocket watch. You know what I mean? But I do know B side and A side situation when it comes to certain boxers. Now, here's my question though. From American and the Kell Brook, when it comes to Crawford, who's to say who's worth more between the Khan and the Kell Brook if you actually weigh it out? You know what I mean? So we could do how you say it, put certain boxes in the same triangle theory when it comes to your worth. You'll assume that Kell Brook is more known and more worthy of a bigger fight than American. And where American was more so a bigger draw in the States. You know what I'm saying? And Kell Brook on the other side. You know what I mean? And versus an opponent like Terrence Bud Crawford. You know what I mean? Who's trying to make the big fights and trying to get what he's worth. You feel me? So we gotta understand that landmarks plays a part. Everything plays a part, man. It's so many factors in this. You know what I mean? It's not just how you say it, one way situation. You know what I mean? But boxers know they work, period.
Nah,
I mean, if you can get more, you can get more. You stay
yeah,
if you level.
Tank would be making 15. If Tank knew his worth, he'd be making $10-15 million a fight.
What I'm saying is, you still got to earn your way regardless, and his opponent wise as well. You know what I mean?
No, it don't.
So
it's all about tickets, bro. And us fans, bro, we are romanticizing boxing.
My thing, and here's the thing, romance. That's what some people do. You know what I mean? But here's the thing: if you put Tank Davis in with a Lomachenko compared to a fight with a Haney and a Lomachenko, knowing the worth of a Tank Davis and knowing the worth of how you say it, Devin the Dream Haney, who's undisputed, you put more into weight in that regard. Who's a bigger draw in that fight? Knowing people longing for Lomachenko and Tank Davis prior to, well, you might as well say in the same time frame as Haney and Lomachenko.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
And we know Haney position. So we know his position from day one.
All right, I'm gonna ask you something, JFL, about that situation right there. All right, I feel like
Errol Spence and shit like that. But go ahead, bro.
He asking you a question, bro.
Yeah. I personally feel like the Tank Davis versus Devin Haney is the biggest fight. In your opinion, between Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Lomachenko, where's the biggest fight at, in your opinion, between them three?
I would say,
and why?
More so, Devin the Dream Haney and Lomachenko, The fact is, because it was belts early on that was involved. You know what I mean? And that holds more weight in the sense of that part. You know what I mean? Because belts was involved and it still is. Now, on top of that, it's undisputed.
True.
And defense with the belts. Now,
so you, okay.
Lomachenko and Tank Davis, that's still a big fight as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. But in their own right, they worth what they worth.
And let's go around the panel with that question too.
There's a pay-per-view star.
I answered. If you're ready
What's
for
the question?
What's the question?
Too? There's a lot of
Tank. The question was he asked was Tank Davis versus Devin Haney or Devin Haney versus Lomachenko, which one was the bigger fight?
No, I asked of those three, which one makes the biggest fight? You know what I'm saying? Like whether it's Tank Davis and Loma, Tank Davis and you know what I'm saying? Whether Tank and Devin. Yeah. And then why? What's your reason? Because the reason why I'm asking is with that question, I can see what kind of fan you are.
I would say Tank and Devin.
What's the three?
I would say Tank and Devin.
Tank Devin, Loma.
What's the three? Did you say the Davis versus Loma, Haney versus Loma, and Haney versus Davis?
Oh yeah, just a fight between the three of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Tank versus Devin is the biggest fight to me.
Yeah, it's hard to say. It's really hard to say between Tank and Devin and Tank and Loma.
But no. Get the smoke. Please hold your opinion because you next. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what's your name, bro?
Who, me? I'm Hustle Tone.
Okay, now here's the thing. You said to see what type of fan you are. Yeah. You know, there's a flip side to that is. So I know where you're going with it. So I know what type of fan you are. We'll get to that point too, though.
Yeah, I'm a romantic fan. That's what I'm saying. So I know.
So for me, it's a kind of a hard. I don't know if the guy was done who was speaking. Tank, are you done with your?
I'm done.
I haven't even started yet. That wasn't me talking. I was just going to ask if Shakur Stevenson in that since he moved up to 135 too.
Because, I think the reason why I put Shakur Stevenson because these three was considered the three kings.
So I think it's kind of hard to go with to pick between Devin and Loma simply because although Loma has a bigger profile and has been in bigger fights and has that kind of thing, he actually sucks at selling fights. All of his buildups are fucking trash unless like the most exciting was Teofimo Lopez, and Teofimo Lopez goddamn carried that whole thing. And the regular
Lomachenko took a cut. You don't remember that though? Like he took a cut with Kambosos.
If
go ahead and finish, but you got make sure you mention that.
I got it. We will come back to you. I got it. The reason why I took a cut was a pandemic. It had absolutely nothing to do with what I'm talking about. But anyway, like I was saying, with the Teofimo fight, there was reported that was like the most that Loma had ever done, like in a fight, was with that Teofimo fight, and Teofimo sold that whole shit. So like, I don't know that Loma's numbers are really that good. It could be 6 on one hand and half dozen on the other. Maybe Loma's profile would be more, but maybe the buildup between Devin and Tank would be more interesting. Although neither one of the personalities are that great. Like Rolly kind of sold the Tank fight. I don't know. I'm leaning towards Loma, but it's kind of like 6 on one hand, half a dozen on the other.
True.
Are we going down the panel with this, right?
Yeah. I think Tank was about to, or it's Matt's about to ask.
I'm gonna Tank and Devin. Loma already lost.
True. Was that you, Tank? Go ahead.
No,
you basing the loss by his worth, though.
Hold on, JFL. Let him. That's his answer. That's his answer. Go ahead, Tank.
Yeah. Okay. So between those three fights, when you say big, it depends on implications. So you have two different implications. You have a implication on the sport itself in terms of the notoriety that the fighters is going to get, or in terms of the credit that they're going to get for winning, and then you have the implications based off of popularity, right? So we got to understand that when dealing with this. So you have one instance where obviously in terms of popularity, the answer is easily Gervonta Davis versus whoever. whether it's Gervonta Davis versus Lomachenko, Gervonta Davis versus Devin Haney, right? Because right at the moment, out of the three, he's the most popular out of the three in terms of just sheer the eye test. Whatever state he goes to, he's packing arenas. That means people want to see him wherever he goes. But then in terms of implications, in terms of notoriety, for whatever reason, Vasyl Lomachenko is still the guy who has a higher level of notoriety than either Gervonta Davis or Devin Haney. So if either of those guys can beat Vasyl Lomachenko, they will be catapulted in terms of their notoriety. Because even if you see on the mythical pound for pound list, all of the major mainstream media outlets still have Vasyl Lomachenko on their list, even though, like Mex said, we've already seen him lose before. You know what I mean? People talk about like he lost once, but he's actually already lost twice. And the two fights that he's had in the comeback after his second loss, he's fought the guy who beat him beat already, as he's trying to get back to them. So
see, that's what I mean. Sweet science, the sweet science of boxing. You know what I mean? And to Max's point, even when it comes to losses, if we just mentioning that, do that decrease or increase a situation? You know what I mean? Because even Ugas had previous losses prior to a Pacquiao, and you would say Ugas, how you say it? There's a word I'm looking for. Stock rise after Pacquiao because of that significant win. And I mean, and you still got to pay as a way when it comes to Ugas going forward with fights, even when it comes to Earl Spence. Now, fighters took losses. Even Keith Thurman only has.
That's hindsight shit though. Going into that
I mean,
Pacquiao fight, didn't nobody give Ugas a fucking chance? Unless they
what
hated
I'm saying
Pacquiao.
is well, no, my whole point was I'm not going to that angle that you going into. I'm saying.
But you asked the question though, JFL.
Negotiate. Say again.
You asked the question though, right?
No, I asked the question.
What?
No, JFL just asked the question when he first started. He said, "Does the losses matter?"
I'm sorry, my bad.
He said, "Does the losses matter if you lose in terms of your stock?"
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
That's across the board. That's across the board, right? Because even Keith got one loss, right? And people trying to downplay him and saying he's active. He's outpricing himself. That's who's determining that. Yeah, you know what I mean,
brother. What they saying is you talking and you asking us a question and then you keep.
Yeah, let us answer the question. You ask the question and then let us answer the question because if you keep talking, we'll forget the question. Well, at least I will. I'm not. I didn't say.
Here's the thing.
That's why you always hear me saying, "What was the question?" Because somebody asked the question, but they'll keep talking after the question.
Yeah, I heard it too, Tank. I heard it too.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but my thing was I was trying to give you more examples so holds weight when it comes to just that topic alone.
How do you not mean to cut him off, but then cut him off?
Not a Kyle, because you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, if I gotta give you many examples.
No, we don't need examples. We all follow boxing, brother. We got you. I got the juxtaposition of the question. Let me answer the question.
Because we went from Tank Davis and Loma in that Three Kings situation to the losses. Now, can we say any losses prior to Lomachenko now decrease, increase even when it comes to those fights? You know what I'm saying? And we know the impact of those fights.
True.
Yeah, no. Look, actually, first of all, let's get this straight. Lomachenko wasn't involved in that 4 King shit. It was Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney.
He was a part of it, bro.
First of all,
let's get that out of the way first. You see how you went to another point? You went to another point, bro. Now get to the other point, bro.
I'm talking about officially. Now that's
first of all. Point. Officially, he's still part of it, bro. But go ahead. That's your opinion, though. But go answer the question, though.
I can't. I'm not gonna talk while you talking.
Go ahead, bro.
All right, so let's get that out the way first. Now, Lomachenko has been re-added to the list because he came back. But he was never a part of the original 4 Kings conversation. Now, in terms of
hold on.
No, I'm not holding on, man. You asked the question. Let's answer the question. God damn. Let's show some goddamn respect.
Can you
Let's
mute
show a
when
little bit.
people
Let's show a
answer your
little bit of
question?
respect for other people on the panel.
Can you mute when people answer your question, please, brother?
Yeah.
Please.
All right. So this is all part of my response to your question. You got to accept the response. Accept the response, brother, and then you can rebuttal after everybody get done. Now, with that being said, the impact on the losses, it depends on the fighter. That's why I pointed out most of the major media outlets still have Vasyl Lomachenko in terms of notoriety higher than either Gervonta or Devin Haney on their pound-for-pound list, even though as mythical as may be. And he has 2 losses. You brought up Ugas. He has multiple losses. You brought up Pacquiao. He has multiple losses. Keith Thurman has lost. The losses only matter when people want them to matter. And usually that comes from the fans, not the people who put fights together. You know what I mean? Because fans want styles. They want to see this style versus this style. And certain boxers have certain styles. And if we can match those styles up, we can kind of get a good fight. At least that's the thought process. So whether the person has lost before or haven't lost before, usually it's irrelevant in the history of boxing. That's what we've seen. Whether it's back in the day history or recent history. That's just a fact. Now, we can always say, well, this guy lost and this guy lost, or this guy didn't lose and this guy didn't lose. So we don't want so the interest is lost in whatever said.
Can I respond after that? Can I give you my
respond after I get done talking? Everybody can respond after a person gets done talking. We just got to be patient.
Okay, I just want to respond after what you said. Okay.
So the thing is when boxers lose, it depends on like how people are viewing the fights, right? If a particular style is want to be seen, that's going to be want to be seen between 2 fighters, whether they want to lose. Deontay Wilder has lost 2 fights, and what's the guy's name? Anthony Joshua has lost 3 fights. People still want to see those guys fight, regardless of the fact that they have losses. This is just the way it is. People want to see different styles fight. But it depends on the fighter. Man, you said you can wait, brother. We're not having a thing where you talk, I talk, you talk after the other 3 words.
Mute your phone while Tank is talking. He gonna stop, and then you unmute, and then you.
Yeah, let me finish. It's almost done, brother. Be patient.
Okay. Go ahead, bro.
Jesus Christ, brother. If you listen, you're probably gonna get the question answered already.
I'm listening fully, bro.
It's easy because we see it all the time. We have fighters that have multiple losses still getting big fights. You have fighters that are undefeated records that are not getting big fights. It just depends on the style. People want to see Vasyl Lomachenko fight because of the way he fights. So they want to know, hey, and the way they view him as a fighter. So they say, hey, Devin can't beat him. Shakur Stevenson can't beat him. Talking about Vasyl Lomachenko. I wonder if Gervonta Davis can beat him. Now, once he fights, if he loses again, then you'll start to hear, well, he's getting a little bit long in the tooth. He's getting older. And that goes for each individual fighter. So the answer is it depends on the fighter when it comes to wins and losses. It's not a black and white thing. Like if you get multiple losses or you get a loss, you're out of the running in terms of your value. That's not how it works. Now I'm done talking.
Okay. Now, everything that you said, you went to many variables in the situation, bro. You know what I mean? It's not you talking fast or listening slow, because I listen fully, bro. You hear me? Now, style's gonna make fights regardless. And also your level in the sport, your competition in the sport. Now, losses gonna be the losses, but it's still knowing your worth and knowing what you bring to the table. You know what I mean? Now, when it comes to this pocket watching talk, people got pick and choosy when it comes to pocket watching or make assumptions of what a fighter is worth. You know what I mean?
What was your question again, big dog?
The question 45 minutes later and shit. God damn.
I started taking notes and shit.
No,
bruh.
The thing was
the dramatic pause.
Good luck, y'all. Good luck.
No, Adrian Broner was still getting top dollar, even though he had a bunch of losses. Like, you got the Manny Pacquiao fight for pay-per-view. Manny Pacquiao but got a bunch of losses.
He was getting they're already household names though.
Thank you.
Nah, it
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
matter.
We're just talking about that. Like, it's not every fighter. It just depends. That's what his point was. It depends on the fighter. Canelo's got a bunch of views. Like,
but
Canelo's
more
got a bunch
often than not.
Right, it's very hard to
get the smoke.
Let's chill with all the
there's way more
female shit about. I know that's one person that this is
it's not that. It's the nature of boxing. It's the nature of boxing. The nature of boxing is there's way more boxers than there are stars, and then there's way more stars than there are superstars. So there's levels to this whole fucking game. But at a certain point, you can get to a place where your losses don't matter. What got Adrian Broner there is not what got Canelo there. They're actually at the same place for two totally different reasons.
Okay, there you go. Let me answer this. Real quick, because you cut me off with the ghost to say that. So now let's just take fighters like let's go. Hold on, bro. I ain't cut nobody off. Get the ghost. Just came in and said what he said. Right?
That's not what it happens, Slow-mo. Hey, Slow-mo, that's not what
happened. Slow-mo over here, bro.
Ask the whole panel a question and only one person answers.
Yeah, and then you just keep hogging the fucking mic.
And then you just keep talking.
Hey, chill with that hogging the mic talk. Get to go. You just came in and jumped in front of me.
Chill on doing it. Chill on doing it, and I won't say nothing about it.
I know how the conversation dialogue go. You want to debate, you want to dialogue. How you want to do it, bro?
Hey,
I'm trying to hear everybody's response to the question.
Yeah.
Okay, just stop cutting in. You cut in to say what?
Well, hell, JFL, you switch the subject because
they ain't switch nothing, bro. Y'all switching up the subject.
Yes, you did. Because
y'all going from point to point to point to point. The other
JFL, they was all trying to answer your original question, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
And guess what? They inserted something prior to the fucking question, bro. So I got to address that too.
With your answer.
It was just
you don't have to address any of it. We can all just listen to
this shit is hilarious.
All right, go ahead.
Hey, write your answer in the chat.
Answer the right question then, bro.
Well, it's Max. Go ahead and answer the question.
Y'all going to other variables and other talks too.
I don't even know what the question is.
The question was, does losses matter or some shit like that?
Losses definitely matter.
All right.
I think it's more so how you lose and who you lost against that matters the most. But if you lose like a close fight, like, Regis and Josh Taylor, don't really hurt either one of them. Even Loma's first loss, I will say, it was a close fight still. Some people believe that, Salido should have points taken and Loma would have won. It's a close fight. He didn't get dominated. Not the Teal shit. That motherfucker lost.
Yeah, but, so like the El Rayo, like he might not ever live. It's like Rigo is never going to live down the fucking Loma fight. Meanwhile, Loma keeps losing and people act like he's undefeated.
Yeah, but the Rigo shit didn't hurt that much either. He moved up 2 weight classes. So like even when you do shit like that and you lose, like Kell Brook and so on and so forth, Amir Khan, but it's like
But you look at a guy like Chris, but you look at a guy like Chris Colbert, the way he lost will probably stain him like for a bunch, or even like no match, Roberto Duran quitting like in the rematch, right? Like those kinds of losses they stay, but he still got big fights after that. But he still is the no mouse guy.
I don't think you can use Ragundi, Al, because that.
Now take this. Hold on. Now take this in consideration too. When it comes to fighters like this, that people fail to mention or want to overlook, or even more so, downplay. You know what I mean? So if I mention Granados out this motherfucker, and I mention the Gamboa out this bitch, you hear me? They gonna stand up. They gonna bring the toughest fights to anyone. So they damn sure know their worth, and you got to pay them exactly according to Granados and Gamboa, and we know who contenders who got in the ring with Granados, and we know top guys at lightweight who got in the ring with Gamboa.
Yes, gatekeepers have a place in the market. Yes, gatekeepers have a place in the market.
Man, hey, they ain't want to reach for gatekeeper talk. Hey,
you're the one mentioning a bunch of gatekeepers and talking about their market value.
Was even with those losses, they trying to downplay them. You know what I mean? But I can correct you again on certain fights, bro. I can school you again. Get the ghost. Come for me again, bro.
Hey, man, you act like this is a debate, though. We not debating.
Yeah, no, you're with all the fucking
but it's a dialogue. It's a dialogue in the discussion. It's a discussion and dialogue about it. But my thing is, I know how pick and choosy most boxing fans will be when it comes to trying to downplay somebody's pockets, bro. That's why I don't do that pocket watching talk.
But you do. But all right.
So if I do, I'm talk about it accordingly, bro.
I mean, across the board.
So you debating get the smoke?
He don't want no debate, bro. He know this, bro.
Saying the exact shit. He said literally
Yeah,
the exact.
and also,
No.
the way like
No.
you can lose, and that actually increases your market value, like Jack Catterall, right?
Look at
Or
Cruz.
John Ryder, or Isaac
Look
Cruz.
at Isaac Cruz.
Exactly.
Esau Cruz is a perfect example of
That
that.
loss actually helped his career.
I'm gonna go. All right.
So
Now,
how about this? So when the toss come in, like
right.
who deserved what and who deserved this and who deserved that, you know those talks too, right? Along with the conversation we're having now.
Them things
Do
are
we do
speculation.
ain't no speculating, bro? We here to talk. Who deserved this and who deserved that?
We don't know. Look, man. Look, JFL.
We here to
All of
talk,
that is
bro.
speculation, bro. All of it. When
I think I
fans talk
deserve to
about
talk
money,
the most on this panel. How about that? That's my worth.
when fans talking about money, you even if it's a heated debate, as a
ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit, man.
it's not facts. Even if the
Nice
the
try,
number
Kyle.
come out that Tank Davis sold 350,000 tickets. Tank didn't sell 350,000 on the dot. That's a roundabout number given from a writer.
Entertainment purposes. Yep.
Yeah, it's not given. It's not given from the company who actually crunched the numbers. Those numbers are from a writer. So whenever anybody's having a debate on numbers, you got to look at it like they're only speculating. When we talk about how much a fighter's worth, we are only speculating. We don't have real numbers.
Like it
So
was
all
like
the debate.
this idea. Like one of the things that I found like really funny in the last few years, they start talking about how many pay-per-view buys are break even. Like there's no longer dollar number for break even. Now it's like a pay-per-view buy number, even though pay-per-view buys come in like standard and HD, so there's like two different numbers.
Yeah,
I totally don't get it. Whatever. Like
it did get the smoke. You got to think about. They don't even count international numbers. They don't count.
They don't even
Canadian.
They don't even count the movie theaters.
Yeah.
They don't even count digital downloads. Like they don't count none of that shit. They just say like
count none of
number pay-per-views. Like no, your break-even number is a goddamn number. It's not about pay-per-views. It's how much money did you fucking how much money do you have to generate in order to break even?
Yeah,
not how many pay-per-views need to be sold.
Wilder and Fury, they broke the record, but they only had 18,000 people or some shit like that. What was the number? What was the number that Wilder and Fury had?
It was 800 plus.
You bringing up movie theaters like movie theaters still not
part of the gate. I'm talking about when they broke the gate.
Oh, that's a rematch. That's a rematch.
Yeah. Wasn't that?
It was like 16. It was 16 million. It was a rematch for heavyweight fights in Vegas.
I'm talking about how many people was in there. It won't even.
Oh, not very. I think it was like 18,000, something like that.
Yeah. It was a very low number, but the money was high as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the capacity of the event, though.
Yeah, the biggest money, right? The biggest gate, Pacquiao and Floyd. That was like 13,000 people paying. They made like $72 million off of 13,000 paying fucking customers.
13,000 people. I remember it was $5,000 for a nosebleed seat.
Yeah, then that thing, yeah, that raked in 72 million.
Hey, Smoke. It's funny how you mentioned you said streaming and movie theaters, right? Let me put this in the boxing form too. Let me put this in the hope it's not overheads. Now my thing is how much would a Anthony Joshua and a Wilder would have made, you know what I mean, compared to a first time ever dropping when it came to a Black Panther movie, bruh. Now we know movies and sports is they're in their own lane. Well, I'm just saying, I was always wondered, like, because that around that time frame, that's when the AJ and Wilder was about to be behind, more so after the fact of even the movie of a Black Panther, bruh. So let that stick in too. Talk about numbers, bruh.
Have anybody ever watched a fight at a movie theater? Is it priced the same way as movies?
It's cheaper. I watch Wilder Ortiz 2 there.
Right. So it depends. All right. So
that must be overhead. Okay.
Yeah. The movie is cheap, and also if you digital download, if you have one of those like gaming consoles and you fucking download it, it's also like kind of cheap. It's slightly cheaper. A digital download is different price than a pay-per-view.
And if y'all want to know, I know something even cheaper than that.
What?
$3.99, baby.
Well, that's another thing that they're capturing, right? So they're seeing they're starting to capture how many people are watching that are just streaming it, so you can still get a number off of like how popular the fight is.
Yeah, I think those numbers are bullshit though, because I feel like if you can detect who's still in the fight, you can stop who's still in the fight.
I don't know that that's
the internet is undefeated.
I got an IT degree. If you can detect it, you can stop it.
Hey, the question is, when do they detect it? Right? Like in order for them to stop it, they have to do it in real time. They have to do it in real time, right?
The NFL has shut that shit down, bro.
I think the NFL has way more resources to devote to this than like one-off fights.
Right. I watch stream every single Sunday. I could watch any game in America or in London if they got it. The NFL ain't shutting shit down.
Hey, it's Mex. You don't even got to steal it. It's Mex. You could
International Mex. International Mex.
Oh, you could download a VPN and you can watch it. Like I got a VPN because I watch Washington Commanders games and I live in North Carolina. I set my VPN to Virginia or Washington.
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
Yep, and you can watch it local.
Shut the fuck up.
I had one on when I had a computer, my laptop, the Ola, HOLA, and you can put like any country. You could did Netflix in different countries and shit.
Did you just say you just said you watched the Commandos?
Yeah, I'm
so sick of these people. You know. Oh.
Hey, look, I'm a real fan though. I'm a real fan. I like Keith Thurman.
I would ask America, do not attach any association of this to me whatsoever. I have nothing to do with such idiocy, such blasphemy, such ridiculous nonsense. This is so disrespectful. It really, really is.
Bruh, leave me alone, man. You've been harassing me for years, bro.
You're on point, Kyle.
It's the team from Washington.
Leave my team out of this. We talking about boxing. I can't talk about football. Hey, all right. Well, since everybody quiet, I got another question for the whole panel now.
Before your question, let me say something real quick.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
Only did 18,000 people when they broke the live gate record. Is that correct?
No, what'd you say? What was the question? What'd you say?
Somebody earlier, I didn't see who it was, but somebody earlier said that Wilder versus Fury 2 broke the heavyweight live gate record.
For Las Vegas.
I was asking.
For Las Vegas.
Okay, and now, I know it was at the MGM Grand Arena.
No, but I'm just saying it wasn't the live gate for everywhere. It's just the live gate for Las Vegas.
I know, but the point was that they broke the live gate for heavyweight at the MGM in Nevada.
Yeah.
For Nevada, the state of Nevada.
Yeah.
Right. But then they were saying that they had a little amount of people in there, 18,000 people.
Yeah,
18,000. Yep, and then got like 16 million. I think was the gate. I think if you adjust for inflation, if you adjust for inflation,
capacity is 17,000.
17,000.
KP.
So if they put 18,000 in there, that they was able to fit 1,000 more chairs around the ring. That's a sold out arena.
Well, we wasn't like poking fun of it or nothing. It's
actually we're sold out. We know it's sold out. We know it's sold out. We're talking about how we're just talking about how much money it generated.
I know, but the statement was made that it wasn't that many people there.
Well, I said it wasn't that.
I think that's based on the capacity.
I think it's right. So I think when you have guys like Fury and White doing 100,000 people or 90,000, then but and it's or even Bud and even Errol and fucking Ugas doing like 40,000, right? Like 17,000 isn't that much, but I think that 17,000 people did way more. They actually generated more income than the 40,000 people that went to Ugas and fucking Spence.
Yeah,
because you can charge more for the ticket. You can charge more for the ticket.
Right, I think that's where Hustler's Home was coming from with
what you call it? Devin Haney versus George Kambosos one was like 40,000 in that stadium, right?
Yeah, like I think Canelo had like 70,000 in the same goddamn place, something like that.
Yeah, that shit is right. That shit was nuts.
Yeah, he's just saying that compared to like relative to other crowds, right? It's not that big a crowd. A 17,000 isn't that big a crowd for Errol Spence at this point, right?
Yeah, and that's another thing too. You know what I mean? The people interest, right? Even when it comes to Devin the Dream Haney and Kambosos matchup. Now, most people feel as though they don't want no run back for this fight. And then, another side of boxing fans might say, yeah, word is bond. You know what I mean? And y'all talk that talk, yeah, it may undisputed happen. And the run back is right around the corner. So I feel as though it should surpass or at least, make what it make increase for me. I feel as though because it's a meaningful fight still. You know what I mean? And it run back twice. Now people have got their choice or preference if they want to, entertain their pockets when it comes to the run back. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean, that's gonna be very telling going forward. You know what I'm saying? So and numbers gonna come out when it comes to that point. But my thing is, this is a word of bond type of matchup. This is a respectable matchup and an undisputed that we got for boxing. And we're getting a run back, undisputed. Like, come on. Like that's major, bruh. Yeah. You know what I mean? But hey.
And just on what he was just saying, and to circle back to what we were talking about Devin Haney's market value and even Kambosos' market value. That first fight happened in a stadium of 60,000 people. This one is going at 20,000.
Yeah,
they talked about the lack of commercial success that the first fight had, right? Even like with their pay-per-view domestically wasn't like anything to write home about. This fight, they're not getting $10 million. That pie isn't anywhere near the same size,
bro.
Right?
Hey, look,
anywhere near as big.
I was about to ask that. Look, it's like you picked it right out my brain. That was gonna be my next question because they're not in the Marvel Arena. They're in the what's the name of the stadium? They in a freaking what's the name of it?
I don't remember the name of it, but I do know it's going from 60,000 seats to 20,000.
To 20,000, yeah.
They went from Marvel to DC.
Okay, so
that shit went from
Marvel to Vertigo. Hey, look, that shit went right over there.
I mean, as it should. Why would Australians pay to watch their dude get his ass whooped again?
Yeah, I think so too, man. Like, all right, get the smoke. All right, we all saw it sell out 60,000, right? We saw it on TV, right? Well, we heard it, right? Considering how easily George Kambosos was whooped, what do you think we should expect from the second fight?
There you go. Good question,
bro. Expect is in terms of numbers or in terms of like what we're going to see in the ring?
Everything.
I got to go with what we both. I'm gonna say the whole general experience because we don't really know no numbers. Like I'm gonna keep saying that because there's a lot of us who actually think we know numbers. We don't know a single number. Zero people could be buying these pay-per-views from all we know. We don't know.
So there's numbers that we do know, right? So Nielsen's comes out and they give us ratings for broadcast television. So if it's broadcast in the United States, we can get the ratings for that thing. And if it's not the Vegas Athletic Commission, they publish the purses, right? So we can know like at least what the minimum fighter got if they fight in Vegas.
I'm about to ask you.
We can fucking get there, but outside of that shit, then yes, what you said is exactly the thing. Like if you can't go to the Nevada State Athletic Commission to get the like how many people attended and what the gate was and also what the purses were, like if like you can get that shit out of Vegas and you can get you can get the ratings numbers from Nielsen, and even those numbers are like kind of weird, but whatever.
That was a two-part question. That was a two-part question. That answers the other question. The second question to that.
Whatever fucking Kambosos does inside the ring, it won't be enough.
Can we go down the panel real quick with that one?
Start you with your tank.
Yeah, that's a good question, bro.
Tank.
This America. We smashing that ass.
Yeah, I can hear you.
You said what is to expect from the rematch between
from what's in the ring, the whole experience.
Right.
The whole
Yeah, I think it'll
experience.
get about 2 million views.
Come
On
on, Ghost,
Nielsen.
let him talk. Ghost, why you cutting them off? Ghost, smoke.
Bro,
Let
why do you think
examine
you need to
speak, bro.
moderate everything that everybody says?
Well, he was
You
talking
see
and
how you do it? You see?
his
I know.
mic.
I just wanted to end that.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit, man.
I don't think you hear him.
Go ahead, Examiner. Go ahead,
Yeah, but
Examiner.
I just wanted to add that
No,
last
he already
point.
said what he said, bro. It's Examiner turn, bro.
Can you
I
shut
don't
the
need you.
fuck up?
You see how he do?
Can you shut the fuck up?
Yeah, Ghost. You see that? You hear that, Ghost? Smoke.
Right. So the last thing I was just adding on is the entire experience. Yeah, I think it'll do about 2 million views. I think it'll be like an okay event, but Devin should, get the hand raised. And I think a kind of depending on what kind of boxing you like to watch, I like a technical fight, but yeah, I think that Devin Haney is just going to outthink him and outsmart him the whole time. Go ahead.
All right, Big Dog, your turn.
I think personally, usually it's more difficult to defend a championship than it is to win one. With that being said, Devin has I think he has shown that he's used to defending his championships because he has already done so with the WBC title. While all those people were calling him paper champion, email champion, and all these other disrespectful titles, he was actually the only one that was successfully defending his title the entire time.
No.
KP?
Can y'all hear me?
What's happening, man? How you doing?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'll let you do what's done, bro.
Let Mike Fuller give us his analysis on Devin Haney versus Kambosos.
Okay, all right.
But that's right in the middle of Tank just talking, so we just gonna cut this man off and let a whole new nigga in here and just talk all over this nigga.
You see how they do? You see how they do?
Yeah, that's
all
right.
right.
I thought y'all stopped talking because y'all could hear me.
Nah, you was talking. You was talking, and they started talking over you.
For your picture.
Bro, that's why the lives, bro. I can't even do it no more.
You hear me?
Wait. I didn't even hear Tank.
Y'all can't hear Tank?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear Mike.
Hey, who can't hear me?
You got the floor, bro.
Who can hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah, but I couldn't hear you
low,
before,
but I can
though.
hear you.
Oh, you can hear me before?
Okay,
Yeah,
got
I
it.
can always hear you.
Yeah, so somebody got a TV on or something, the radio.
Right. Okay, so
it's either
at any
somebody
rate,
overtalking or something's going on, bro.
Somebody got their mic on where you can hear like a TV in the background.
And I think he on the phone.
Yeah.
Mike,
get it together, Kyle.
You gotta mute your mic.
There we go.
Tighten up, Kyle.
Here we go, Tank.
All right. Yeah. So what I was saying was Devin Haney has the experience while everybody was talking down on him about his title reign. He was actually the one that was defending his title successfully this entire time. You know what I'm saying? That to me it shows your pedigree. That's part of the building of a fighter, the building of the mindset. So what I expect for Devin Haney to do was go down there and take care of business. But at the same time, I'm not ignorant of the fact that it's usually more difficult to defend a championship than when you first win it. And as of right now, nobody has been able to defend all these belts. When Teofimo got him, he lost him. George Kambosos got him, he lost him. Now Devin Haney has the excuse me, I've been sick, man, so I had to drink water and stuff. But Devin Haney has the opportunity to change that up, and I expect him to do that.
Yeah, man, those guys had no fucking honor, and the boxing gods were watching. Devin Haney's been paid his honor.
It's your turn, Michael Fuller. Smoke.
Hey, first of all, the only person that's going to push Smoke around is me. God damn it. Smoke is my goddamn OG. You relax, JFL.
Do I got moderate, bro?
It's Mexican.
Nah. We don't moderate on this channel. Only person that's going to moderate on this channel is the Sweet Science Examiner.
It's Mex. I want to hear your opinion on it, big dog.
Nah, shut the fuck up. You don't
About
get
what?
dictate neither. The only person that's going to dictate on this panel is me.
Shut up,
Hey, Kyle, I can't hear you.
I'm taking that.
I can see it on your screen. It shows me you talking, but I can't hear the bullshit that's coming out your mouth. What you saying again?
I would ask America, do not attach any association of this to me whatsoever. I have nothing to do with such idiocy, such blasphemy, such ridiculous nonsense. This is so disrespectful. It really, really is.
You know I got love for you, big dog.
All right, but
what was the question? Because I tuned out. Y'all motherfuckers was gone.
Let me say this though. Wednesday, we need Tank here. Wire Wednesday. We need the Sweet Science Examiner. Okay. He
Sweet Science Examiner talks boxing, brother.
Huh?
I said the Sweet Science Examiner talks boxing. That's what the Sweet Science is.
My bad. Obadiah, bring your ass to the Wire Wednesday, man. We need you.
Oh, y'all still on the wire? Y'all still watching the wire?
Oh yeah, man. We don't stop watching the wire run this motherfucker. You know
True.
What I'm saying?
But it's Max. The question was about the Devin Haney versus Kambosos rematch, the whole entire experience. What do you think this experience is going to be like as far as like to fight, or what's your opinion on how much they say? I want to hear your whole.
Man, to keep it real, I think it's a fucking waste of time. I'm not really interested in this shit. Y'all see this next weekend as a big day for boxing. I'm probably more interested in Clarissa Shields and the other two fights, which says a lot because I don't watch women's sports. But I'm slightly concerned for Devin Haney because anytime a man dyes his hair them light ass colors, he's going through some shit. That's all I know. That's the history. You can go back from celebrities to athletes. They do some crazy ass blonde or some light brown or some red shit. Something going on. So I hope he don't shit the bed because I don't want to have to watch it a third time.
True.
Just go in, get the job done, do what you gotta do. But judging off the scorecards from last time and it being a dominant performance, he doesn't need to be worried about that shit because those scorecards are pretty fucking close for him having it. I had it like 10-2, 10 or 11-1.
Yeah,
so
I didn't give him
exactly. So I mean, but them judges did. So you need to be very conscious of that shit.
One of them did though. One of them had a 10-2, right?
Yeah, I said I didn't give him a round.
Or was that the Isaac Shakur thing? I give him 2 or 3. I think he had a 4.
He got 4 rounds. I think they gave that boy 4 rounds.
Yeah, I think 2 judges gave him 4, and then 1 judge gave him 2.
Yeah, either way, Devin might be in a little bit of trouble here. I don't know. And I think
that was like in the 60,000 seat stadium though, not in the, like, you know, that was when everybody.
Hey, Smoke. See, here you go now. When American Mex start cutting you off about race and shit, I don't want to hear nothing. Now
listen, I've never told that dude to stop cutting me off. Not ever. We just talk at the same time. That's all.
I will say this though. This is total conspiracy. This is my conspiratorial mind going, but. If everybody knows that Devin's out of this deal pretty shortly, I wouldn't be surprised some, top rank finagling and with some judges go on where it's like, fuck you, you ain't leaving with the belts. So
he gonna let 2 get away.
You know what I mean? But that's that. It's whatever.
Hey, Max, but that's what makes it intriguing, though. That's why I'm saying, though, that's part of the reason why defending titles are more difficult.
So hey, Fuller, hold on, Smoke. Fuller ain't go yet, bro. This is 3rd time cutting in, bro. Let Michael Fuller go, bro.
Trying to direct traffic, right? Still trying to direct traffic. It's all good. What's up, Michael?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you, we don't. All right, Big Mike, go ahead. Tell them what's going on.
Hey, Mike.
He might have stepped away for a sec.
Yeah,
go ahead.
They'll cut him off so many times that he just said, fuck it.
Ain't nobody cut him off. He came in like Stone Cold. Right on top of my man, it's Max. Dunk right on him.
Hey, this all you got to do to get Mike back. Black and white. Black and white.
Shut the fuck up.
The white man coming. The white man coming. He'll show up.
We're chopping up with Rachel Donner.
Hey, real quick, Mike. I'm gonna go next. I was gonna be after Michael anyway when it comes to Devin Haney and Kambosos.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you, we don't.
So here's my take on that, bro. And shout out to So Kambosos and Devin Jim Haney. You know what I mean, we gotta understand it's still a meaningful fight, and it's a run back. and it's also considered
You
undisputed
do
too.
realize you already gave us your take on it, right?
No,
You already
I
heard
did not.
Meaningful Fight and Run Back?
I did not. I did not. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now we're talking about numbers, and
you said it's a word.
Now we talk about numbers.
You said it's a word on fight. Remember?
Hold on, bro. Hey, you had your 2-part question, right? You answered right in the overall experience, right? Smoke. All right, now chill. Now I ain't give my answer. And here's the thing. Right, remind you again. Now I gotta get smoke. Chill. Now, number wise.
Oh, chest. I can't breathe.
Yeah, that's a rival video. I like that one right there. You know what I mean? Shout out to that though. Shout out to them though. You know what I mean? But we gotta say this. Back to the drawing board. You hear me? This is what Kambosos needs to bring in his approach. You feel me? He fought Michael Bay, right? Mickey Bay, right? And you see how you handle him. Now we gotta understand what Devin and James Haney might have to bring this time around. Maybe a different approach. You hear me? Reason why this. Let's go.
Keep talking.
Now, I thought that was another video clip from Marty Ma. Marty Ma. You hear me? And it's always about their approach. You feel me? We know he cleaned Kambosos, but it's all about the approach of Devin Haney. Is he gonna come forward this time around? Which might be more successful for Kambosos to be Kambosos. If you know Kambosos' style, you know what I mean? He can slip punches. You know what I mean? He can he avoided a lot of shots in previous fights from opponents who have longer reach. You know what I mean? Like Devin and James Haney has a longer reach. You know what I mean? Devin and Haney, he outclassed multiple opponents on the defensive side of things. Next time to come forward, if you wanted to bring that type of approach with Michael Favor or Kambosos. Reason why I say, it's always back to the drawing board, and you never know. But I still got Haney, regardless. Yeah, I mean, 'cause I know the skill set that he had to remind people of his coming forward game. Yeah, I mean, that people will have amnesia on. So I say, Haney, remind him again of your come forward game. Kambosos, remind him of your ferocious skill set, and make it a banger fight. Yeah, I mean,
all right. Is that?
And there might be more action than how you say King Kong Ortiz and Ruiz. Or Triple G or Canelo. Hey,
I don't know.
Undisputed. Run back.
Hold on. You put never mind. Go ahead. I was gonna ask another question on top of question, but that just caused confusion.
Hey, say what you say. I'm saying
I would ask America. Do not attach any association of this to me whatsoever. I have nothing to do with such idiocy, such blasphemy, such ridiculous nonsense. This is so disrespectful. It really, really.
No, no disrespect. I didn't think that I was going to.
Yeah, the question will not cause confusion.
So, I was going to ask a question on top of a question, though, because I haven't even told y'all how I felt about the fight. I'm waiting on everybody to go so I can tell y'all.
I'm waiting on Michael Fuller. Well, go ahead, bro.
Well, that nigga, he gone. He gone. But yeah, I gotta agree. I agree with every single one of y'all. Yeah, everybody got a good head on this fight. I don't think. See, a lot of people think that Devin Haney is a boring fighter. I don't think he's a boring fighter because that's the type of boxing I like to watch. You know what I'm saying? I think if Devin Haney, why? All right. I'm going to answer the question with asking the question. Why would Devin Haney change anything that he done when he completely stopped the fighter with one single punch? Which shows me this fighter got into a all-out war against Teofimo Lopez, who was in a relatively close fight against Lomachenko, because at the end of the fight, everybody on this panel is probably going to agree at the end of the Teofimo Lopez Lomachenko fight, the fight was getting a little bit closer. So I think Devin Haney is going to go in here and just do the same thing. The only thing I want Devin to do, because he could have knocked Kambosos out with an uppercut, is shoot for the uppercut. Just throw it out there. Throw the uppercut, throw it long, because Devin got that length. He could throw the uppercut long. He could hit, he could press George Kambosos without being a front foot fighter, and I think that he could trap George Kambosos with a superior footwork. He has a superior jab. The only thing is with Devin Haney is he's young. You know what I mean?
Hey Holmes.
Yes, sir.
Now, to your point. Now, hear me clearly, right? Now, this how I see it, bro. Now, 2 statement fights. Is this what this? 2 statement fights. 2 state. Hey, bro, hear me out. See, hear me out, bro.
I was trying to hear you at Hustler's Home, really. I've heard you out like twice already. I was trying to get my
Hey, Smoke. I know what I say. I know what I say over your heads, bro. Smoke, according fashion
Yes,
to you,
that's
though.
what it is.
I mean, but here's
That's
the
what it
thing,
is.
bro.
I'll get taller. I'll get taller one day.
Go ahead before I forget my point, man. I smoke.
I got your point, bro. I got your point.
I'm so sick of these people. You know, oh.
I got your point, bro.
Yo,
now hear my point. Hear my
you
point.
ain't even listening to me though.
I heard your point, bro.
I was listening to him.
wasn't
I'm hearing
finished,
point
though.
though.
I was not even finished. So how did
Go
you hear
ahead,
my
bro.
point?
I heard your point, bro.
You
No,
didn't
go
even-
ahead. And watch me answer your point again. But go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, finish your saying.
Nah, I'm good, bro.
Now, to your point, what I was saying was, I say this: it will be 2 different type of statement fights if Devin the Dream Haney comes in a different way. Your whole point was, right? He outclassed him in a certain way. I said, okay, now do it again. Outclass Kambosos again. Hey, how about in another fashion? Hey, because you wouldn't even say. If I mention a Pacquiao, hold on, bro. If I mention a Pacquiao and a Mayweather, bro, you think Mayweather gonna come in the second fight the same way? Although he outclassed him, his first approach when Mayweather outclassed Pacquiao. Hey, you can expect a knockout.
How did Mayweather?
Ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit, man.
What
So
other
Mayweather and
fighter in
Pacquiao fight,
history?
bro. Because you know why? Because
I forgot how
Mayweather went easy on Pacquiao and outclassed him beautifully, bro. Showed him a level.
Shut the fuck up.
Hey, JFL.
So hey, you want
Shut the fuck up.
how would that run back would have looked with a Pacquiao and Mayweather second time around? Expect a knockout. Is going to expect a knockout when it comes to Haney and Kambosos this time around?
No, he would have turned into Mike Tyson, right? Floyd Mayweather would have turned into Mike Tyson, knocked him out in the first round. Now what?
Why in the world? All right, if we playing basketball and I'm killing you with 3-pointers, why would I change my strategy, bro?
Because you get bored of shooting threes.
Make it a fair fight by dunking all day. Why would I?
Hey, we love 3-pointers and we love highlight reels when it comes to dunking too, my man.
If boxing love highlight reels, then Deontay Wilder would be the most loved fighter in boxing, and he's not.
How is he not?
Because
so now you're going to show now you're going to show another area. That's a whole other type of debate, bro. Stay on topic, bro. What I'm saying is this: 2 different statement fights. What it factually would be.
AFL, that just goes to show what you're saying is.
What I'm saying is, you expect Haney to come in the second fight the same way, and I say, okay, if he do it the same way, cool. But if he comes in another approach, that's even better. Because hey, you making a mistake. Why?
If you was Devin Haney coach, if you was Devin Haney's coach,
I'll say outclass him again and show him and give him another approach and outclass him again.
Why would
Therefore, you know why? You know why? Because it's 2 statement fights, bruh. Just how it was a statement fight when 2 different statement fights when it comes to a Gamboa and a Tank Davis and Haney, and how it was a 2 statement fights when it comes to a Gerald Spence and a Buck Crawford when it comes to a Porter, and how you see Porter came in with 2 different styles when it comes to a Spence and a Crawford, correct? Okay, then.
The same guy.
No, he didn't.
Now, how about? Yes, he did. Actually, he did. Now, how about Sean Porter, who's saying rematch? What approach he gonna apply to Spence next time around? Hey, it won't be the same. Hey, would it be a bulldozer? Sean Porter, when it comes to Earl Spence, hey, it wasn't the case the first time around. Hey, maybe second time around, it would be a bulldozer. Sean Porter, headbutt Sean Porter. Hey, he's a likable.
Everybody hold on. Hey, you're gonna rap. Yo, can I talk? Can I talk? Let me talk.
JFL, you
Undefeated.
do understand.
Shout out to Jadakiss, bro.
Hey, listen.
You understand that
everybody hold on.
That fight.
Listen. When I make the drop, that means it's my turn to talk, brother.
All right,
please.
Go ahead, B.
Please. We done lost everybody on the damn panel fucking with y'all, man. JFL, you single-handedly wiped out the whole panel with your bullshit, man.
Now ain't no bullshit, bro.
Yeah, you talking.
Boxing to
You
me.
just talking. You just picking. Well, you just picking points out of
No,
people's
you
conversation.
no. You prefer
points out of people's
you. All right,
conversation.
so answer your own question then. Answer your own question then.
Well, I had look, JFL. You so ahead of yourself.
No.
So ahead of yourself. You
Answer your question, bro.
In the middle of me answering my own question.
Answer your question, bro.
It ain't
and I gave you a factual reason. why it's a two-statement fight.
I didn't ask you nothing. Why did you give
said
me a
why?
factual reason about something I ain't even? How are you giving me a factual reason about my opinion? How is that possible that you're giving me a factual opinion, something factual about my opinion?
I said back to the drawing board. You know anything about that?
Drawing board? What opinion, bro? Listen, you're
Do you know anything about the drawing board?
Listening. You're hearing me, but you're not listening.
I'm listening fully, bro.
No, you're not.
And answer your question factually.
Okay, well, what he said was he was in the middle
of outlook that you have. It's the outlook that you have second time around. And I say, I got totally different outlook and expectations on this fight as well. Reason why this run back, hey, Devin Haney can show something different, bro, and still outclass, bro.
And I started saying that I don't think that he should change his style.
Oh, okay. That's you though. You don't know how you gonna come in.
He's still talking, bro.
Look, as soon as I said that, you completely cut my point off and started fucking giving a soliloquy about something that nobody even asked you.
You gave an outlook.
I didn't even finish my outlook, though. I never finished my outlook. You don't even understand how you're just cutting people off and disrespecting.
I ain't cut you off, bro. I ain't disrespect you. I ain't cut you off, bro.
Disregard, bro. The man that's running the stream that said you ran.
Go ahead, Hustle Holmes. Finish your point, bro.
Bro, you cutting him off right now, though. You cutting the man off right now.
The nigga don't even know he cutting people off. He just
hey,
his mouth.
You said what you said. I said what I said. Keep on moving.
Can I finish though? Can I finish?
I could do it again in the statement. Two different statements again. You see how the fights go? Two different statement fights. I can give you another statement again. How you want to do it, bro?
I don't want to do it at all, though.
I don't want to do another approach, bro. I can give you another approach on this panel, bro. Free smoke. What up,
bro? Listen, I just
you gonna finish your point or what?
I was interested in hearing everybody's opinion, and every single person that tried to react to my question got to debate JFL, and JFL not even saying shit. You're not saying nothing.
Continue, bro.
God damn, bro.
Continue, bro.
Man,
you got the floor.
I forgot what I was saying. I forgot what I was fucking saying.
Yeah, your whole point was.
Look,
I got it.
You know your point.
In my opinion, Marquise's opinion, Hustle's home opinion, not JFL. In my opinion, I think Devin Haney should run it the same way. The only thing I think Devin Haney should change is he should throw the uppercut that he clearly saw in the fight that he said that he hesitated to throw, which I don't understand why, because George Kambosos don't even have the power to stop him.
Don't you know?
George
are you done?
Has a puncher's chance. George Kambosos has a puncher's chance against Devin Haney, but he's only a 50% knockout artist.
Let me ask you a question, Holmes. Would the uppercut be more effective on Devin Haney's back foot or coming forward approach with an uppercut? Holmes, go.
It depends on what Kambosos is doing.
It depends. It depends on how Kambosos fight. All right, if Kambosos continue to fight on the back, Kambosos tried to fight Devin Haney in a style that he can't beat Devin Haney in, and that's boxing. Kambosos has to go forward. Think about this. Kambosos won 4 rounds in a fight where Devin Haney beat the shit out of this boy on the back foot. So imagine if Devin Haney do what JFL said and make it a fight where it could possibly be any kind of debate. Look, in a fight where Kambosos get blown out, he is 1 round away from it being a draw. So if Devin Haney go into this next fight with a front foot approach and he does not knock Kambosos out, he will lose on the cards.
Negative.
He was two cards away from a draw on He's 2 rounds away from a draw on 2 cards.
In a total blowout.
Now, hold on. Holmes, you just said what you said, bro. Now, coming forward,
why do you think that you have dibs on the first response every fucking time? I was in the middle of saying some shit. So, like I was saying,
respond what he said though. So I
got it, but I'm
doubt Devin the Dream Haney coming forward game. That's what I just heard. Okay.
Anyway, right. So
like I said, remind him again. What's your coming forward game approach about? Right? In 2 different statement fights. Hey, you doing 2 different type of statement fights. Hey, undisputed.
Man, this flavor.
So on my card, I gave him 2 rounds, and I see how you could give him a 3rd. I don't think that 4 was like I don't think it's a robbery to give him 4 rounds. I just didn't give him 4 rounds, but I don't think it's like because of corruption or anything like that.
Oh, so you got Kambosos, Holmes, if Devin Haney comes forward, right?
No.
If Kambosos, just the act of coming forward is not the issue. The issue is so George Kambosos has Manny Pacquiao's style without his fucking gifts, right? So he is an ambush fighter and he swarms, but he doesn't throw in the amount of punches like Pacquiao. He doesn't have the hand speed or the power of Pacquiao. So what will end up happening, whether he's going on the front foot or the back foot, he doesn't throw enough fucking shots. And his goddamn adjustments is just to fight harder, just like Pacquiao. He doesn't have different styles to fight. The best decision that he actually made in the first fight was trying to make Devin Haney lead instead of trying to lead himself. But he got his ass whooped doing that shit too. So it literally does not matter which direction he's going in.
Give me fights with Kambosos, right? Where opponents apply that pressure coming forward with a Kambosos, knowing Kambosos mainly style is to be mid-range and coming forward and walking you down type of an approach. Now, if Devin the Dream Haney comes in, coming forward with that pressure, remind him of his coming forward game. You hear me?
What about
that put Kambosos on the back foot where Kambosos lacking that area on the back foot game. Therefore, I say again, you said, why change shit up? Why change shit up? I say, hey, you can defeat Kambosos even on the back foot because Kambosos rarely be on the back foot, my man. How about that one though?
The issue, right, is that he was getting his ass whipped on the front foot and the back foot. So it doesn't actually matter which direction, like where his weight distribution.
Man, you want to say, hey, what Holmes?
But JFL, I'm gonna ask you this then.
That wasn't the first fight. Smoke to come again. Nice try.
How did Teofimo approach?
Yes, situational.
That's what you're saying. How did Teofimo approach Kambosos?
Teofimo, he met head on until he felt, and guess what? Until he felt the need to,
No, Teofimo never
he had to change his whole situation up, bro.
Teofimo never.
They met it head on. You know why? Because the build up was head on. You know why? Right. Shit, we know. Now, how would that run back go? How would that run back look though?
I don't know. I don't know. In my opinion, it'll go.
Would it be the same way? Would it be the same way?
In my opinion, from the evidence I have, it'll go the same way. You know what I'm saying? It'll go the exact same way.
So therefore, back to the drawing board for both. Right?
No, just for the loser. Why do the winner got to go back to the drawing board? If I smoke
he doesn't know what that means. Hustler,
the winner can go back to the drawing board too, because therefore it be two different styles.
He does not know what the drawing board means.
Hey, you don't even know what it means. Smoke, I gotta screw you with back to the drawing board means, bro.
America. Do not attach any association of this to me whatsoever. I have nothing to do with such idiocy, such blasphemy, such ridiculous nonsense. This is.
What was Sugar Ray back to the drawing board with a Durant? How about that one though?
Oh my goodness, bro! What does
he did it the same way? Did he did it the same way?
No, he didn't.
So he lost to Durant though.
He lost to Durant though. That's back
to the drawing board. He went and came back and did what exactly? Okay, then.
You talking about a guy who did win the first fight. You talking about a guy who lost.
Back to the drawing board. Do you know anything about that? Like I said early on.
Right. So in the fights,
okay, then don't cut me off and say something.
In the fights that Floyd Mayweather won and had a rematch, he did the very same thing in a rematch.
Because it worked. That's why. Why would you do something?
Understand this though. When it came to a Mayweather and his rematches, bro, guess what? He only gave rematches to those who felt like, it was close fight. Hold on, bro. It wasn't even no toughest opponent shit. Yeah, I mean,
he didn't change his approach. Is the issue?
He gave.
He did it's
Bro,
the very same
Mayweather
thing in the rematch.
Face rematches. Majority of his rematches came with fighters
the same thing.
who was on some type of time.
And
Who
he
was
did the
on some
same
type
thing.
of time. So of
And he
course,
did the same
Mayweather
thing.
had to outclass him again. And guess what?
Same thing.
Hey, what does that mean though?
You know the difference, bro.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Hey,
What does it
so
mean?
Mayweather could come forward dominant, as he back with dominant. The people, you gotta remind people to come forward dominant game of a Mayweather, bro.
You answer the question. I'm not asking. You
just know him on the back foot. That's it. That's all.
You
he must be a newbie when it comes to Mayweather. Okay.
No, negative. Because you don't even know what you're talking about. That's the thing.
I know exactly what I'm talking about, bro.
All right.
I'm talking to smoke, bro.
Did Floyd Mayweather change his style in either of the two rematches?
Which one you talking about, bro?
I just said either of the two.
He does not understand English, man.
Let me ask you a question. Those opponents he faced with the rematch, what type of opponents they were? What type of approach they brought?
He doesn't even know who it is.
Did they change their style? Did they change their style? Did they change their style? His opponents? Hey, bro.
Tell us. Did they change
their style? Did they change their style?
Tell us.
Those opponents came in a certain way on the Mayweather. Mayweather had to handle it. How you handle it?
Listen.
Okay, then.
JFL.
Hey, ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit, man.
You don't know what you talking about, bro.
I know exactly what I'm talking about. Keep up with me, though.
He does not know. He doesn't know the fights they're talking about. He doesn't know the
Smoke. Hey, Smoke. You can chill with that, Smoke. Because I can reschool you again. Now, his opponents
come back in the same way. Kambosos gonna come the same way.
They came in different. They came in different into that one. It's gonna be a body right now. Go ahead.
Hey, listen. I'm not
go
gonna
ahead and
lie.
say they switch up, so Mayweather can switch up. Go ahead.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, then.
Bro. I'm losing brain cells fucking with y'all today, man. All right.
Is it over your head?
Man, it ain't over nobody's head though.
It's under my
okay, then. So act like no, you go ahead. Ask if Mayweather changed his style as the opponents that he's facing came with a certain type of approach. The second time around and the first time around, bro. So of course Mayweather handle how you handle it, bro.
Listen, man. I'm saying this because
you can't say about his opponents though.
We're not talking about keep cutting the man off though.
Go ahead.
Not talking about Floyd Mayweather.
It's not coming for me because I'm gonna reschool you again. But go ahead.
I'm talking about Devin Haney. Why would Devin and I know the answer to this question. Why would Devin Haney change his style to a more competitive to make the match competitive when he blew out a fighter? And according to the judges, he only won by 2 rounds. So why would you change what you did?
That's your whole point. Don't change it. That's your point. Don't change it at all. That's for you.
No, I'm talking about you. I want to know why would you go in on the front foot? Why would you go in on the front foot when you mashed the dude on the back foot and the judges still made it a close fight? Why would you do that?
Do what?
Now, I'm gonna say it again.
Hold on, baby. I'm about to eat, okay?
2 different statement fights that Devin the Dream Haney can display more so on the rematch. A coming forward dominant approach, bro. He don't have to. He don't have to. We don't know. Me and you, we don't know how Devin the Dream Haney will come in. He might come in as he did the first time. You know what I mean? But I say for me, as a fan, I'd like to see another approach from a Devin the Dream Haney undisputed to bring a different approach. Therefore, we outclass him, outbox him 2 different ways, 2 different statement fights. Hey, we getting undisputed 2.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear you say. You said as a fan.
2 different showings, bro.
That's exactly what because now, like I said, I asked you this question. I asked y'all this question.
Even if I was a trainer, I would say, hey, bro, I would say, I know you outboxed him the first time the way you did. And how about, I would say, as a trainer, I would say, go in this way, make it a competitive fight. No one can take punches. No one can slip shots coming forward as well. Probably more uppercuts going forward as well. I'll claim outbox him. Walk him down. Walk him down. Get him out of here, bruh.
Stop the cap.
Ain't no capping over here. I say again, I 10 toes down what I say, and I know Devin the Dream Haney's skill set fully, bruh.
Big cap.
I never had a
nobody capping shit, my nigga.
Go ahead, get the smoke.
Don't you know Devin Dream Haney came forward to other opponents? They got a knockout. They got a knockout. We got to remind people about his power, about the knockout coming forward game too.
Everybody hold on. Hey, go to rap. Yo, can I talk? Can I talk? Let me talk. Let me talk. Yo, why y'all doing what? We didn't talk on your part. Shut the fuck up then. Shut up then, nigga.
That's my shit. Hey, listen, man. We about to my daughter wants my computer.
Okay.
And we're in this live stream because Get the Smoke. I'm losing a lot of brain cells fucking with him. And
we're gonna see how Devin Dream Haney comes in the second time.
You need to have at least two to rub together at some point, right?
We're gonna see if Holmes correct.
All right.
Let's see what the trainer do. Let's see what the trainer.
In the words of the great philosopher Lil E, I want y'all to breathe air and live life. You know, it's always the truth when players meet. Listen, make sure y'all go to Dub Right Side. I'm gonna be on Right Side Show today doing an interview with Dub Right Side. So make sure y'all pull up to Dub Right Side's channel. Catch me with the interview with him, and we go from there. I will see y'all at 6:30 over there on his platform. So y'all go over there and do that. I gotta spend time with the kids. And
shout out to the boxing section, bro. Shout out to the panel and to the chat as always.
Hey, Smoke.
Yeah.
If you ain't doing shit tonight, pull up the complex.
What are you're on that Monday night fucking action?
Hey man, it is what it is.
Yeah, all right. That man got the weirdest. He got the weirdest schedule on the net.
Yeah. Hey, and hustle home, man. It was great having you on, man. It's been a long time.
I love this channel, man. I love you. You one of my guys, man. You one of my original YouTube boxing platform. You know what I mean? Type guys. You know, you didn't even know that, but you definitely are, and you inspired one of the people that inspired me to start my own channel, my dude. Like you.
I appreciate everybody that joined the panel today, man. Get the Smoke. You already know.
Yeah,
you already know.
Yeah, Tom Bears.
Anytime I'm on, you on. God damn it.
That's what's up, man.
Salute. But y'all definitely, if y'all ever see me live, y'all definitely can come through. But,
man. If you drop your link in the private, and I don't have time to drop mine, but yeah, I'm gonna Get the Smoke. You can check me out.
Well, listen, tomorrow we're gonna be on. We'll be on tomorrow. We can trade.
Okay, that's that. Oh yeah, I see.
At the roots, he let the beats be a bitch, and we never switch. Even if I'm rich, I'll be broke like I'm Mitch. Niggas talking down, but that's headed in the wrong direction. But I knock that shit out like the boxing section, cause they can't touch what they can't see. All I gotta do is be the same me. All I gotta do is keep it G. Always be the same me. While I'm solid, boy, they can't change me.